All right. Welcome, everyone, to this very rare Saturday night stream that we do not often do. But my wife and kids are out of town. So I got nothing to do but hang out with y'all. And we got a good one. I think this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be, it's one that needs to be talked about, I think. Because you haven't been paying attention to politics in the last couple weeks. There is one name that is way bigger than everyone, and it's not even close. There's entire establishments running conventions over a little mid-20-year-old. How old's Nick? 28? Is that how old he is now? Let's look that up real quick. 27, maybe? 1988. 27. I was close. Entire conventions being run, massive hit pieces from big media outlets like the Daily Wire, all to bring down Nick Fuentes. Are we lagging? Are we out of sync? All right, we might have to make a change here. Stand by. How about now? It's going to sound worse. Yours is fine? Let me know now. Nope. Is it still out? Okay, it's fine on your end. All right, so that means this is an individual thing. It's a YouTube thing. I'm going to switch back my mic to the real one. Oh, much better. Sounds fine the whole time. All right, we're switching back. It does this sometimes, guys. Sometimes, guys, could just be a little bit lag. Also, refresh. Okay, it's fine. If you're lagging, refresh the stream. No, am I bringing on Nick tonight? No. Will I potentially in the future? Hopefully. I'm working on that. I am working on that. All right. So it's lagging again now. All right. We got to go back to the different mic. It's unfortunate. We're just going to have to run the bad mic for a bit. Well, it's the same mic. It's just I don't have my OBS virtual cables. It's bringing in all my audio that makes it sound nice. Now we don't have that, unfortunately. But we're good now, so that's fine. Would rather be in sync. A little bit shitty before. Maybe we'll try in maybe like 10 minutes. We'll change it back and see. All right, so again, yeah, I know the audio's not gonna be that bad. It's just I don't have like the EQ filters that'll make my voice sound all radio-ish. All right, so the reason why we're doing this episode, oh my gosh, Ian Carroll right out the gate. Straight up with the Wangsters. We can't go down the Dr. Wang jokes this early, Ian. I can't lose my mind. So we got Ian. Ian's in the chat. What up, Wangsters? You guys see that Mom Donnie apparently planning to divest NYC from, ooh. I did not see that, Ian. We might need to talk about that. That is going to be spicy if that's true. That's going to ruin my theory that I put out the other day that he's Israel's candidate, huh? That's fine. Nothing. I got no issues with being income with payback. Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get into some Dr. Wang stuff later, but we got to keep it together. All right. We got a lot to focus on tonight. So the thing I want to start with, because this might change by the end of the night, is your support. So poll. Do you like Fuentes? This is how we're going to start tonight. And we're going to check the poll at the end of the stream to see if your perception has changed. Now, the reason why we're going to do this is if you saw Ben Shapiro's episode, where Ben Shapiro did a 40-minute hit piece on Nick Fuentes, where he took basically from the last 10 years, from the time Nick was a kid till today, and he took the most egregious clips he could find. He took them in short context. He took all the context out of them to basically make him look as bad as possible, make him look as racist as possible, as sexist as possible, a lot of those things. Okay. The reality is we're going to take a look at not just the good things Nick has said. We're going to do good and bad, but we're going to see what he actually has to say and what he actually thinks, because that is not what anybody has really been given at all. They just give the short clips that are like the most egregious things he's ever said, which I'll tell you this, guys. If you think the things that Nick has said are that bad, now I'm not defending him on his really racist and sexist shit, whatever. You don't have Gen Z kids. All right. This is the internet. This is the way they talk. They're edgelords. They're rage baiters. All right. I know there's a lot of boomers in here and Gen X in here that don't understand how the young generation talks, but I have high school and middle school kids, and I get it and I understand it. And that's why we're going to take a look at all this. We're also going to look at some of his stuff between him and Tucker, and then I got a bunch of his clips that we could actually just take a look at. All right. So first thing we're going to do is talk about where Nick Fuentes came from. A lot of people don't understand this. His backstory, his origin story, his Batman story. Some of you probably know it. And that is Nick Fuentes basically was a very, very typical Republican, typical super pro-Trump views, hardcore MAGA, 2016, right? And then what he did was he started to criticize our greatest ally 10 years ago, okay, when times were much, much different than they are today. See, you were not allowed to criticize our greatest ally 10 years ago. And in fact, if you did, well, Nick found out the hard way. Because what happened was, really all Nick did was start to question things like, why doesn't AIPAC have to register as a foreign lobby? Why are we sending billions of dollars to Israel as a loan and then forgiving the loan at the end of the year? That way they get all the money up front, and then they also don't have to go through the regular USD regulations where they show America what they're spending the money on. Because if it's a loan, they can do whatever they want with it. But then we would forgive the loan, right? Started questioning all these things. And that got the attention of Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire. Somebody said, boring, I'm out. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. This show just started. We're setting things up. Don't come back. So Ben Shapiro basically tries to strangle Nick Fuentes in the womb. And he gets canceled, deplatformed, censored, everything. At 18 years old. To the point of he wasn't allowed to have bank accounts. He could be on no social media platform. He was on no fly lists. I mean, imagine being an 18-year-old kid and having all that happen to you because you decided to question some things. So you can maybe see the disgruntledness, sort of the rage you might have as a 18-year-old kid to have this happen to you. However, he continued to grind, and now he's the most prominent and biggest name in conservative politics. It's not even fucking close. So we got a poll here. Nick, do you like Nick Fuentes? 72% said yes, 73%, 28% said no. So vast majority of the chat likes Nick Fuentes. So let's talk about it. So did Nick change? How did we get here? How did we get here to the point where now everyone is America first? Not everyone, but everyone here is America first, America only. Who got us here? Who started the questioning? Who started the noticing? It wasn't me. It wasn't Tucker. It wasn't Candace. It was him. Nick was ahead of everybody by years and years. And he took all of the fucking shit for it. He had his life ruined for it, for us to get to where we are right now. And in my opinion, regardless of what you think about Nick Fuentes, the fact that he did that way before everybody else is what allowed other people to start criticizing this. He is legitimately the only reason we are at where we are now, being able to even talk about this. And to Nick's point, we're going to start watching clips here. He was ahead of everybody. And this is the fact. Again, like him, don't like him. He was talking about this stuff a decade ago. And he knows it, as we'll watch this here. I got to take the sweatshirt off. It's getting hot, guys.
For years is that I was effectively punished for being right. I didn't get radicalized. I didn't become a monster. I was right, and I was right first. I was right before it was popular. I was right before you could benefit from it. And I suffered enormously for this. My career did not take off. I didn't make money. I was ostracized by my friends. I was lied about constantly. I was treated like a leper, like a pariah. And so I fought with a lot of people like Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh told me I was a horrible racist. I was on the side of genocidal white supremacists. Benny Johnson made a whole thread calling me a racist, a sexist. It's going viral today. Yep. Benny Johnson from Turning Point. Charlie Kirk said I was a Holocaust denier and a racist vermin, he said recently. All of these people on the conservative side attacked me ruthlessly, or they were complicit in my censorship and cancellation for my ideas. They were either actively canceling me, actively spreading rumors and shutting me down, or they were complicit because they did nothing to help me, nothing to platform me. They didn't give me a fair hearing. They didn't defend me. Well, now it's 2025. And now none of that is the case any longer. Censorship is no longer a factor. Elon Musk acquired X in 2022. By 2024, it was completely free speech. TikTok seems to have less moderation than any social platform, and it exploded in 22, 23.
Till now.
Not only has censorship subsided, but also cancel culture seems to have gone away too. And now there are major people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, others who are speaking out about these things.
Ian Carroll in the chat.
So times have genuinely changed. And now a lot of people agree with me. And maybe they don't agree fully or completely. They certainly agree that views like mine should be allowed to be said. That's for starters. Some of them even believe that these ideas have some merit or that they should have a fair hearing. And many people have just embraced these ideas outright. My reality.
So that's true. All of that is true. He took the brunt of everything so that people like Ian, so that people like Candace and Tucker and me could now speak out and speak our minds. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't taking those risks when it was dangerous. And guess what? He was banned. He was censored. He was deplatformed. He was debanked. He was put on no-fly lists. And he's a Rocky story, guys. He's a Rocky Balboa American story. Whether you like him or not, he said mean things. Oh no, mean words. Mean words. He's got no business rising to the success that he's had now. Having giant establishments try to strangle him in the womb. And he's now the biggest fucking name in politics. Hate it, love it, run from it. As Thanos says, where'd that bring you? Right back to Nick Fuentes. Right? All right, so we got a lot to talk about here. What we're starting with is his backstory, his move into the mainstream. Then we'll take a look at things he said specifically. But here's another one. What's up? Yep, you're good, man. Here's another one. Let's take a look. We got lots of great clips because we're doing the opposite of what Ben Shapiro did, which is showing you all the horrible things that he said. No, we're going to show you the things that he really believes. All right.
Really interesting is after this long journey, everybody has moved closer to me.
Yep.
The Republican Party is now the Groyper Party. Politicians like J.D. Vance, they need to pander to the Groypers. When J.D. Vance went to Israel and he went to the church instead of the wall, who do you think that was pandering to? The biggest media entities on the right are Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Dave Smith, and they all have one thing in common. They're all Israel critical. People know where the audience is. Yep. And whether they're sincere believers or they're following where the wind is blowing, that's where it is. I was right. And not only was I right, I was ahead of the curve. But I got canceled for it. And what's interesting is that after 10 years, now people want to treat me like I was just being a jerk. They say, why did you attack Matt Walsh? Because Matt Walsh was saying that Ahmaud Arbery was just jogging through the neighborhood. And he still works for Ben Shapiro. They say, why did you attack Marjorie Taylor Greene? Because she sold out to Kevin McCarthy in 2022. Let's not forget. And she also acted like she didn't know me. She fired one of her employees, a Groyper, because the SPLC gave her a phone call. So it's interesting, isn't it? 10 years after the fact, now that everybody's on my side, now that everybody's on the same page, they want to say, oh, well, you were just being a jerk back then. No, I wasn't being a jerk. I wasn't radicalized. I'm not a monster. I wasn't a monster, and I wasn't a jerk. You all were wrong, and I was calling all of you out. But what's really...
Yep. I mean, it's one of those things, you can call him racist, you can call him sexist, but it's rare you can call him wrong. And he's got a great point. Marjorie Taylor Greene, her whole thing now, she wasn't talking about that 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Candace wasn't, Tucker wasn't. Maybe Ian was. Ian, were you talking about it that long ago? Ian might be one of the only ones who was further ahead than everybody. But yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. Now his ideas are the mainstream. Not all of them necessarily, right? Dave Smith was. Yeah, Dave Smith definitely was as well. Some of the goats, right? But he is in the mainstream now. And that is what's terrifying fucking everyone. Not everyone, not the America First people. That's what's terrifying the neocon Israel lobby establishment. Not Nick Fuentes. It's not him personally. They're not scared of Nick Fuentes as a 27-year-old kid who's not even allowed to be on fucking YouTube or Instagram or Spotify. What they're scared of is that his ideas are now the mainstream. That's what they're terrified of. And you see them acting out like cornered rabid dogs, right? That the RJC we just saw calling for deplatforming, Ben Shapiro's hit pieces. They're fucking terrified that it's all falling down around them. And it's the mainstream. Yeah, Ben, we got some. So he says, Ben's trolls. Yeah, of course, right? They're going to be here. All the Israel bots are going to be here and here trying to talk shit about Fuentes. Again, I don't agree with a lot of what Nick Fuentes says. We're going to look at clips where I'm going to pick apart and say, absolutely not. It's not all good. But I mean, you cannot discount this dude. This 27-year-old fucking kid who've defied all odds to get to where he's at now. All right. And to his point, he is in the mainstream now. He's there. We're talking about it on this channel right now on a whole dedicated live with thousands of people showing up just to hear about this dude, right?
But they know the next generation is with us, and they're writing about it in the New York Times. They said anywhere between 30 and 40% of the White House staffers and congressional staffers are groypers. That's an underestimate.
40%.
That's an undercount. It all means nothing if we don't get our people in office, if we don't get our people in government. And that's why I tell groypers, don't let them put your name on a list. Hide, conceal your views like they did. Like they did. Don't let Levin put you on a list. Your job is to get into the Ivy Leagues. Your job is to get into these offices, do what you need to do, say what you need to say, hold it close to the chest. But we bleed for America. That's why I like to raise the right hand. You don't have to broadcast it to everybody, and you can say what you need to say. When we're in private, it's America first. It's Christ is King. And you're not going to know how many of us there are, and you're not going to know which one of us we are. And you're not going to get a good count, and you're not going to know all our names. And slowly but surely, you will be encircled, and you will be surrounded, and one day you're going to wake up in the Groyper party.
And that's now. I mean, this was from last week, but I mean, we're already there. What he's talking about is current.
GOP is going to stand for a different thing.
Yep.
That's why I tell people, get involved. And in the elections, get involved. Don't necessarily show yourself, but in 2028, we'll be there, and you're going to need to vote your conscience. You need to vote on this issue. American sovereignty. We're not going to vote for more Israel first subjugation. We won't do it. If you vote for that, you deserve what you get. I don't care if we lose the fucking election. I don't care if we throw the election. If we lose the election, it's the Republicans' fault. We're asking for one thing. And they're worried because they know they've lost the 18 to 40 demographic. It's like all Zoomers, all millennials, and half of Gen X are saying enough is enough.
Yep.
And you can't win without us. Delusional. They say this is a small radical fringe. It isn't. This is mainstream now. Nick Fuentes is mainstream now. You're going to have to deal with that. Dread it. Run from it. Where did that lead you? Where will it lead you? You're going to need us in the next election. So you better figure out how you're going to negotiate the end of your rule in America, or it's going to come tumbling down one way or another. I don't care if the GOP loses.
So, and it's not just Nick. There you go. They got an dipshit Israel bot. Oh, no, he's a Nazi. Oh, words are bad. Oh, my gosh, it's so mean. You fucking pussy. People like this, dude. Like, when did we get to the point in conservative men? It's conservative men who are fucking crying and throwing temper tantrums over words of a 27-year-old fucking kid. 50 to 60-year-old men sitting around at conventions throwing hysterical temper tantrums over the words of a child. Like this fucking pussy in the chat. Think about that. Words. The party, the conservative party, the party of liberals are betas, liberals are snowflakes, are in the chat fucking crying about words. Think about that. That's the Republican Party now. A bunch of weak, physically weak, emotionally weak, intellectually weak, cowardly men like Mark Levine and Ben Shapiro and Lindsey Graham and Randy Fine. Everyone at the Daily Wire. Circling the wagons, clutching their pearls. Oh, the mean words of this 27-year-old little Nazi. Me. Oh, my God. it's like, I mean, I've only been retired a little over 2 years out of the military, out of a career in Army Special Forces, a community of hard fucking men. Where I'll tell you this, in the Special Forces team rooms, you think what Nick Fuentes is saying is mean or racist or sexist? Go into any special operations team room for a day and have a little listen to the type of humor and comedy that's going on. If this fucking makes you clutch your pearls and cry, Nick Fuentes' words, oh, my God, dude. It's insane. It's just the pussification of the Republican Party, the men in the Republican Party, and there's a fuck ton of them in the chat right now. Just fucking pussies and cowards. Oh, mean words. Oh, it's shock. This is kind of like why I've wanted to move into the political space. Is I just see all these just fucking pussy men as the faces of conservative movement. Benny Johnson, Ben Shapiro, Dave Rubin, Michael Knowles, Brandon Tatum. These are men that are leading the conservative movement? Nah, dog. Not anymore. Nah, we're done with that. If you're afraid of fucking words, and it's not, I guess, you know who's not trying to cancel Nick Fuentes, guys? Democrats. Oh, if he was so racist and such a Nazi, why aren't the Democrats trying to cancel him? Because the Young Turks and Anna Kasparian are out there defending him, defending his right to free speech. Democrats are defending Nick Fuentes. You realize that, right? Not putting two together. All you weak-ass fucking Republican men out there that are crying about Nick Fuentes. Really? It's unreal, dude. Unreal. We're just fucking whiny babies, dude. Okay, let's keep moving. Because again, obviously, we're going to see a lot of whiny babies. And that's what Ben Shapiro decided to do, as we talked about. What Ben did is he did a 40-minute montage video where he took all the old clips of Nick saying mean things. But there's some things that he showed, we're going to show now, that he thought these things were going to insult or like be huge gotchas on Nick Fuentes. So let's look at Ben's episode, right? Some of the things he talked about here. Here we go.
Josh Hammer and Mark Levin. Fuck these people.
Yep.
Like, deeply, seriously, all real Americans, if you are a real American, if you were born in this country, I don't even care who you are, what you are, if you are a real American that loves this country, you have generations in this country, your family or you fought for this flag, fought for the Constitution, fought for our church, fought for our civilization. For all of you, I say about Josh Hammer and Mark Levin and Laura Loomer, fuck them. Fuck them. Deeply, seriously, get them the fuck out of our country.
So Ben Shapiro put that in his episode as that's like something that's a hit piece on Nick. That clip is a hit piece. What? Ben, really? You think that's a gotcha? Yeah, fuck Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer, that jigsaw-looking psychopath who just went after Florent Groberg, Medal of Honor winner, attacked a Medal of Honor winner. Remember her? Mark Levine. Yeah. Josh Hammer, who just called for the neutralization of Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes. Also, one day before Charlie Kirk said, bring back public executions on his Twitter. One day before that guy. Yeah. Fuck those people. That's not a gotcha. What are we talking about here? This is my point, guys. You start listening to the kid and you go, huh, well, that's base as fuck. And yeah, I agree with that. And there's going to be a lot of that tonight. But Ben Ben tried to get him again with another one, which we'll look at right here. Got to get right to it. I believe this is it right here. All right, let's check this one out.
Phony and fake way.
And here is Nick Fuentes describing how he destroyed TPUSA from the inside.
Whether he chooses to confront me or not, whether he has dignity and honor or not, it's just a matter of time. My ideas are already there. I've already impregnated your organization. I took Turning Point USA and I fucked it. I took your organization, I took your baby, Turning Point USA, and I fucked it. And I've been fucking it. And that's why it's filled with groypers. That's why your whole crew, that's why the people around you, that's why your chapter presidents, that's why your attendees, they're all groypers.
And here's Nick Fuentes.
And he's not wrong. Turning Point USA is fucking dead. Let's look at this. I'll show you. Let me show you, and I'm going to show you Charlie. I almost put this in the video today. I forgot to because it pissed me off so much. You know how I've been telling you guys, Turning Point USA needs to get the fuck off of Charlie Kirk's channel. Get off his goddamn channel, right? We've talked about that over and over and over again. I'm going to show you some numbers here on Charlie Kirk's channel. All right, let me get to it. So we can see what Nick Fuentes is talking about with Turning Point. All right, let's go back to when Charlie was still doing content. Because they've spammed so much shit out. It's almost insane. All right, we got to scroll down. This is how much content they've just shoved down their throats on his channel. Here we go. Okay, this is Charlie's content, right? Let's look at the numbers. 74,000 views, 4.9 million views. 819,000 views, massive numbers. 369,000, 1.1 million, 1.2 million, 2.2 million, 358,000. Video after video after video of Charlie Kirk just absolutely crushing it. Let's see what Turning Point USA has done to Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel. Let's go right back up to the top. Now, let's look at these numbers. 2.5 thousand, 3.2 thousand, 3.1 thousand, 4.6 thousand, 23, 9.6. Finally, this giant interview on Fox was the one video that got some views with Erica Kirk. 25K, 13K, 15, 54K, 22K, 7.3. Ooh, the little one finally got some views on this one. 2014. The channel's dead. That channel's getting 1/10 the views my channel's getting. 1/10 the views. My independent channel. I'm not Turning Point USA. I'm not $100 million fucking company. I'm dipshit Nate with a camera and a microphone in my office. Think about that. Yeah, fucking brutal is right, guys. Okay. We got one more thing we're going to look at before we take super chats and then move into the next section, which is going to be, is Nick Fuentes a racist? We're going to talk about what his actual views are out of his own mouth. Okay, so one more from Tucker. We're going to do a lot of quite a few from Tucker's interview because it was a really good interview. And that's what we'll talk about that in a second, though. Hold on.
Do you know, though, and this is the last criticism I will level, and it's maybe not even your fault, but I do know that, the coordinated attacks against totally reasonable questions about what's in America's interest and what's not, those are all coordinated by the Israeli government. It's all come to light now. And they're against me. I've always thought I have the world's most moderate position on Israel. Don't hate Israel. Just don't want to get involved in their wars. Don't want to pay for this. Don't want to pay for abortion on demand in a foreign country. Sorry. When we're cutting food stamps on our own, that's outrageous. It's not America first. That's my view. Not embarrassed of it at all. They are totally determined to take me out, I think because I'm reasonable. Who would disagree with that? And call me all these names, the most dangerous anti-Semite. I'm not even an anti-Semite. And they're not doing that to you because, this is my view, and this is not necessarily your fault, but because they're like, Fuentes discredits the reasonable people because he's always banging on about the Jews. And so he makes everyone else look like a Nazi. And so it's like he's playing a pretty valuable role in the same way that Israel has always funded extremism throughout the Middle East, including Hamas, because it discredits the reasonable people. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly right. And that's my stance. That's my stance on Israel too. I don't give a fuck about Israel as an independent country. Like, I have nothing against Israel. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Ukraine. I don't care about Palestine. I don't care about Russia. Israel is the exact same to me as all the other countries. I don't want a single fucking penny of any U.S. taxpayers' taxes to go to any foreign country's government while the United States is in the fucking dumpster. Also, I do not want a single fucking penny to be lobbied into our politicians' pockets and campaigns from any foreign country ever. That's it. That's my stance. That's my America First stance. It's not complicated. It's the same as Tucker. It's probably the same as almost everybody in this chat. That's basic stuff, guys. Look at this guy, Israel bot in the chat. Super upset. There's a lot of super upset Israel bots. Yeah, and people in the chat that are bitching about what I just said. Think about that. What I just said is, my stance is, if it doesn't directly positively benefit the working class American people, the fuck out of my face with it. That's my politics. You have a problem with those politics? If you have a problem with those politics, get the fuck out of my country. That's not me being racist or me being mean. If your intent and your intentions are not for everything policy-wise to be in the best interest of the American working class people, not the American elite, not the military industrial complex, not the government, not Jared Kushner's fucking business plan in Gaza, not all the fucking tech and AI elites, the working class American people. That's my politics. Is that extreme? Seems pretty goddamn basic. Seems pretty basic there, guys. Fuck the oligarchs as well. All right. That's my politics, guys. All right. Now, before we jump into his Nick Fuentes a racist, ooh, which, by the way, I thought weren't conservatives done with the whole being called racist thing, like in 2021? Didn't we all say, like, yeah, we're done with that? The word racist doesn't mean anything anymore. But now, ooh, the neocon right. Now, ooh, bring back race. Ooh, they're racist. They're all Nazis and racists. And it's not Democrats. It's not Democrats complaining about this. It's not Democrats calling him a racist Nazi. It's the neocon fucking right that's attacking him. It's insane. All right, let's hit some super chats, okay? Before we hit the next section. Love from Wisconsin, appreciate you. All right, yep, Ian with the Wangster talk. Appreciate you, buddy. That mic needs some tasty gains. Yeah, I don't know why we have a delay in the good mic tonight. It's frustrating. Good evening, Nate, Dr. Longstein Slayer. Should do a video with the disturbing illusion. I don't know who that is, bro. Erica, Candace, and others are probably part of Charlie's kill switch in the event of his death. Wanted to trail followed to the source. Maybe. I don't know. I'll tolerate Nick's BS over the BS from the establishment, right? 100% agree with that. Pop England, before you start, can you explain why I should care about a 20-something thought leader has to say about anything? Yeah, because Nick Fuentes is the one that started the American First movement. So you probably should care about his thoughts and ideas, because that's what everybody is now in agreement with that's on the American First side. So I would assume if you're saying hashtag America First, then yeah, you should care about what he has to say. He's the one that got us here. Said no about Nick because I haven't seen him enough. Just saying. Well, that's why you need to watch his long form content. And that's what we're going to do in this live stream today, is show you guys, as you may have seen the first couple of clips, you're going, I kind of like the things he's saying. That's probably going to continue. Nick is a rage baiter. He's completely civil with people in the real world. He's not a sadist. Yeah, he's a fucking 27-year-old kid. This is what they do. It's internet culture. Gen Z grew up in hardcore rage baiting internet culture. And the boomers, like Mark Levine, can't understand that. So when Nick says something inflammatory that he thinks is funny, and they go, clutch their pearls, oh my God, a mean joke, right? I don't know. Apparently, you know, we used to say the left can't meme, but now it's the right can't take a joke. That's where we're at. Fuentes in a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. Well, he got us to where we are now. So weird comments when people say shit like that. Don't get it. Maybe. Cool. You're awesome, brother. Glad I found your freaking love, Nick, and have watched every show since the Iran 12-day war. For reference, 47-year-old doctor with a wife and kids. So not typical. There you go. 47-year-old Dr. Groiper. They're out there. I watch Anna Kasparian for populist views. Yeah, Anna, we like Anna a lot on this channel. Not so much because I'm married, but we do like Anna a lot. Anna gets me riled up when I watch her. I'll say that. I believe Fuentes is part of a Catholic conspiracy to ultimately make the USA Catholic and combine Catholic religion with the government. Good. Better than what we have. Better than it being Israel. Good. I'm not Catholic, but good. I hope that happens. I watched Nick after Candace said that she was going to interview him. While I don't agree with everything, he is intelligent, articulate, and knowledgeable. He is well worth listening to. Just discard what you don't agree with. Exactly, Benny. I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but he is smarter than I am. He's more articulate than I am. He's far better spoken than I am. And pretty much all of you in this chat, by the way, let me be very clear about that. All of us. Doesn't make his ideas all right, but to discount him as just some stupid Nazi, obviously not. Don't want to be on the Wong channel. What's your weight now? I'm down to 231 pounds. 231, down from 256 is where I was at. We're trying to stay right about here. Maybe like 5 pounds less. I've been doing a shit ton of combatives, Muay Thai and boxing. It's one of my hobbies, but I've been getting like really, really into it. So I'm trying to lose the weight because it's just all cardio. What is a groiper? It's Nick Fuentes' followers. Everyone needs to stop with the Nick said horrible things, and I totally disavow. Instead, he made some bad jokes, and I don't agree with everything he says, and that's irrelevant to the bigger message. There you go, Ryan. Great. That's someone who's actually looking at things maturely. But it's not. But let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. Ben Shapiro, all of the Randy Fine, all these people, they don't actually care what Nick said. You think they're actually offended by anything he said? No, they don't care. It's that he has destroyed the Israel First Lobby. That's why they hate his guts. And that's the only reason why they hate his guts. Period. I watched Dan Bilzerian and Piers Morgan from 11 months ago, and he pretty much, yeah, Dan's been way ahead of it too. Dan's been way ahead. But you got to keep in mind, what a lot of people don't know about Dan Bilzerian is he's Armenian. And if you didn't know the history there, Israel supported the genocide of the Armenian people. They supported Azerbaijan as they provided them weapons and jets and bombs so that they could genocide Dan's lineage people. So, of course, yeah, he probably has some issues with that. And then they try to deny, and then they deny that it ever happened. Isn't that interesting? What's that like, being a Holocaust denier? The same people, sure. Same people who cry about that, sure involved in a lot of genocide. It's weird how that works, huh? Soon Trump will be asked to take a position on Fuentes. What will he say? I think he likes Nick. Personally, he's sat down with dinner with Nick. Nick talked him up big time. We actually have some clips. We have a clip. Actually, you want to hit that clip right now? We could do that. Let's see. Where do I got it? I've got the actual clip of him talking about. Where was it? Yeah, we'll get to it. I don't want to dig through it right now, but I do actually have the clip of him talking about how he feels about Trump. And he actually likes Trump. He just doesn't like Trump's policies right now, which neither do I. Neither do you, most of you. The big two, or the big short two, Nick Fuentes shorts. Yeah. If Christ is king, why are so many Christians kissing the wall? Because they're fake Christians. Groiper, that's Nick Fuentes' followers. Get canceled by both sides. Don't trust Fuentes. Has nothing to do with what he says. Just a bad feeling from the gut. Yeah, okay, cool, man. Who are you going to trust? Oh, so who are you going to put your chips on instead? Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, Brandon Tatum. That's where you're gonna. That's your choices, man. Yeah, I don't trust Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, Tucker Carlson. I'm gonna trust Randy Fine and Lindsey Graham and Mark Levine and Sean Hannity. Have fun with that, dude. President Nixon's revenge. D will win the midterms. Yes, they will. They will take the House and the Senate. Guaranteed. Next election, because the D's fractured identity now. R will soon, because Nick Fuentes. Yes, they did. They got way too comfy, and there's going to be a backlash for it. And they won't realize it until probably they lose the 2028 election. Then it'll be 4 more years from there for the backlash to come. And it'll probably be something like a Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes ticket in 2032 because of that. So, but we'll see. Talmudi Tatum. Keep up the good work, brother. Found your channel when you started covering the Kirk stuff. Been a follower ever since. Appreciate you being around, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Don't know much about Fuentes, but I suspect the Repubs want to cancel him because they don't want another wild card like Trump. We've got some clips on exactly that, too. Because he's very similar to Trump, how he rebukes the Republican Party. Do you remember? Actually, we'll let Nick talk about it. When we get there. Tardio's real butthurt over Nick. Well, we're going to debate him tomorrow or Monday. And of course he is. Why would Matt be butthurt over Nick Fuentes? Because Matt Tardio is a simp for Israel. He's my friend, but he's a simp for Israel. So of course he doesn't like Nick. Which, here's the thing. He would like Nick if he wasn't a simp for Israel, because Nick is funny, and I know he would, but he doesn't because obviously of Israel, and it is what it is. Nate, we're in the thin skin multiverse. Yeah, I know. By the way, can you all? I am looking at the internet. Forget the word Nazi because y'all use it way too much. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Exactly. It's like being called a racist. Like people call you a Nazi, white supremacist, racist. Okay, cool. Nobody cares. Doesn't mean anything anymore. Got your hoodie in the mail. Thanks, Nate. 2XL is a little snug. Any advice to help me trim down? If 2XL is snug, buddy, you gotta trim down because 1XL fits me. Get on GLP-1. Be honest. It actually, not a lot of it. Don't take it as like a Meg thing, but I take it as an appetite suppressant. It's actually helped quite a bit. I haven't really lost like a lot of muscle or anything either. So, and then eat right, work out. It's not that complicated. You just got to do it. McConnell 2020, Mitch McConnell. God, fuck that. I agree with Nick on several things, in particular stance on, but his ultimatum to the papacy. That's a big problem to me. Well, then vote for somebody else. Vote for Ted Cruz instead. Brandon Tatum, the rest of the faces of the right clowns for real, the simps. They never enlisted to fight GWAT. America first, us. Yeah, like Ben Shapiro. How he talked about wrote articles about how the Iraq war is great for America, even though he never went and fought on it because he's a fucking pussy. Yeah. The babies think these words are mean. They should wear the hat. They should hear what their wives said about them last night. Okay, there you go. Our greatest ally. Yeah, we've talked about that. Only 4 hours between ordering and shipping for my America's First sweatshirt. Appreciate the fast shipping. That's my wife, man. Mark, my wife runs the merch, not me. So shout out to my wife for crushing it. All right, guys. The super chats are out of control. All right, we're going to hit a couple more super chats, and then we are going to jump back into the coverage of the show. After a short argument, ChatGPT admitted Nick's statements aren't inherently anti-Semitic or racist, but are just true statements that they call racist. Isn't that funny? Nick's jokes are easy ammo for us first opposers, but his real views resonate with us. Want our country back, Crisis King. God bless you, Nick. Appreciate you, brother. Lose my shit when Nick talks about Levine and Shapiro being physically weak. They are. And I want to. Do I have the clip? Nick talking about Levine. I think I do. We'll get to it. When Nick calls Mark Levine a fat goof, that clip is the funniest shit ever. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Maybe it's on my Instagram. It might have fallen off by now. But when he calls him a fat goof, oh my God, I just fucking lose it. Nah, all right, it already fell off. We'll get to it eventually. All right, let's hit 2 more super chats and we're jumping back in. Former 68 Whiskey here. Hell yeah, brother. We could have used you on the ground to help Charlie, huh? Off-topic question. Thoughts on War is a Racket by Smedley Butker? Yeah, it's a great book. And yes, it is. And then Crisis Cast, $50 big dono. Thank you very much. I am a anti-Semite. I love Jesus. Okay, man. There you go. So there's that. All right, but let's take a look at Nick's feelings about racism, right? Since he's such a racist, let's actually get this. Let's actually see what he has to say. And he talked about it on Tucker's show. Let's see, out of his own words.
I do know, though, and this is the last criticism I will level in this.
Oh, whoops. My bad, guys. My bad. Knocked it out of there. Technical difficulty. We're back. All right, here we go.
But I do know that, the coordinated attacks against totally reasonable questions about what's in America's interest and what's not, those are all coordinated by the Israeli government. It's all come to light.
That brought up the wrong one. It's this one. Now we're good. My bad, guys.
Subverted when they're like, that's hate. No, that's hate. It's not hate.
Yeah. Well, and, here's what I will say. I think that there is increasingly a contingent, because what you're talking about exists. When you say that there are people that legitimately detract from this, there is legitimate racial hatred out there.
Big time.
And it's growing. And
I know
people on our side are afraid to talk about it because they know, like you said, they're going to get called a cuck or a squish or whatever. And I agree with you. The people that are detracting from that need to be called out. And I think there should be no harbor for cruelty, hatred, prejudice, those kinds of things.
And some of them, I'm sorry to be a conspiracy nut. I really try not to be a conspiracy because it's embarrassing, But after January 6th and just finding out the number of FBI personnel in the crowd, it's like, and I've just seen this. David Duke is a great example. Some of these are the Charlottesville rally. Had a bunch of feds there being like, we're white supremacists. We hate the blacks, using the N-word, whatever, it's like, that's not real. Like there is some of that going on. Don't you think?
I think that there's a lot of sincere people.
Well, for sure. Oh, I completely agree.
And they're just numbskulls. And some of them are legitimately, they see the opening that there's legitimate critique of this, and they see an opening to air out their grievances. They get a license they think it's okay now. And I do think it's important to differentiate and say that fundamentally, I guess the word that I would use, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, is reassurance, because I think there's a legitimate, legitimate need to reassure people. And this is kind of what I've been doing on these podcasts, that we don't want to harm anybody. We don't.
Wow. Nick Fuentes calling out people who are actually racist, saying there's no place for real racism or cruelty, and make sure that everybody knows he's not calling for that and there should be no harm to any people. That sounds a little bit different than what you're told about him, isn't it? Did that sound like a guy who's super racist? It's almost like when you don't watch just tiny out of context clips of the kid. I shouldn't have called him a kid. He's kind of a grown man now. And you actually listen to what he has to say. Interesting. He's pivoting. What do you mean he's pivoting? What are you talking about? How is he pivoting? When he talks professionally and seriously, that's how he speaks. You're just butthurt that he says mean jokes sometimes. So again, excuse me. To my point. Oh, here we go. We're going to get into I found the clips about Trump, where he talks about Trump and the current Republican Party and how he feels. Okay. And a lot of us sort of feel this way, but this is kind of an interesting one where he talks about when he met Trump. We said we were going to talk about this. I couldn't find the clip, but I just found it. So let's listen to it.
I said, I think you're one of the greatest living Americans. I said, I'm a young guy. I said, I really have nothing to say other than thank you. I have nothing but gratitude for what you've done for the country. I said, it's really not my place, to give you advice or correct you. And he said, no, don't be bashful. Tell me. And the story that I brought up this was really what sent me. In the first Fox News debate in 2015, in the Republican primary,
yes,
Bret Baier, the first question said, raise your hand if you will not pledge to support the eventual nominee.
Yes.
And Trump raised his hand because that's what he was saying. He said, if I don't win, I'll run independent and I'll make Republicans lose. And so I brought that up and I told that story and I said, I feel like what was inspiring in 16 is that you were willing to let the Republican establishment lose. Like you were serious about blowing them up such that you are not going to say like Pat Buchanan, who I respect, but Sam Francis acknowledged that was one of his great mistakes, was ultimately endorsing Bush. I said, it showed you were serious. You were playing to win because you said, I will let this Republican Party crash and burn. I want to run as the Republican, but if I can't, I'll run independent. I said, and that's how I knew you were serious. And that's how I knew you were the guy.
So, man, times have changed. Get off Nate's nuts. No, fuck you, dude. We're giving Nick Fuentes a fair shake on this channel, unlike Baird and Shapiro and you little cucks like you who just want to take his clips out of context. All right. So no, we are giving him a fair shake and actually looking at the things that he has to say because we're not little cuck bitches like Ben Shapiro and you on this channel. And words don't hurt our fucking feelings, guy. All right. So that is also what terrifies the establishment about Nick. Is he, like somebody said earlier, he's very reminiscent of Donald Trump and the way Donald Trump was before. His willingness to burn it all down out of his convictions, like Donald Trump used to be. That's obviously all changed. Right? But this is where we're at. As we may have seen, this is where the fragmentation started between Nick and then also we saw J.D. Vance come out. J.D. Vance come out and disavow Nick Fuentes. And Nick had this response. Some of you may have seen this one already. It's very, very reminiscent of what Trump said in 2016.
And I'm telling you this right now, and you need to be with me on this. You need to raise your right hand right now. If J.D. Vance condemns the Groypers, if J.D. Vance signals to the Israel First lobby that he is condemning the America First movement, then we will not vote for him. We will not support him. And as a matter of fact, we will show up in Iowa and then New Hampshire and then Nevada and South Carolina to make sure that he never gets the nomination. That's the only way we can play this. Because the Israel First lobby and the $7,000 club, they are going to be on his ass. And they're going to be all over him, telling him, if you don't disavow them, if you don't tell us that you stand with us, we will not give you money. We will attack you. They're going to come for him hard. And there's going to be such a strong incentive for him to condemn America first. And he might say, I condemn anti-Semitism. I condemn the Groypers. And he might have some reason for that. But we'll know what the message means. It's a signal. And the signal is, I'm with Israel first. Now, J.D. Vance, I'll tell you this. You don't like me. I don't like you. But if you cross that red line, I promise you, I swear to God, I will be there in Iowa.
And it won't be just Nick. It'll be Nick, and it'll be Candace, and it'll be Tucker, and it'll be Ian, and it'll be people like me that will all boycott J.D. Vance. And he will not win. He will lose. If he disavows America for the lobby, he will lose. Period. And that's the type of pressure that we should be putting on the Republican Party. Because, and this is what we're going to look at, what exactly has the Republican Party done for the working class American people in the last 20 fucking years? What has the Republican Party done? Anybody name a single positive thing they've done? Anything. Someone say one thing. One positive thing the Republican Party's gotten done. I mean, this is like the closest you can get if you do mental gymnastics behind it, right? Not a fucking thing. And the young generation sees that, and it's $40 billion to Argentina. It's done a lot for foreign countries, guys. It ain't done jack shit for the American people. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. All right. Let's talk about that.
Let's start the conversation a different way. What are you going to do for us? You've been getting it wrong for generations. You wrecked my generation. How many years have Republicans controlled Congress? How many years have Republicans controlled the White House? I was born in 1998. How many years since then have Republicans had power? And what have they done about free trade, which took all the jobs, pornography and feminism, which made marriage impossible? What have they done about the open borders? They're literally taking our birthright. They're literally taking our neighborhoods one at a time and transforming them into foreign enclaves and foreign countries. They removed everything. They took everything from us. And now they say, if you don't go out and vote for more of it, you made us lose. There's no us.
Yep.
We are America first. You are the Republican Party. If you want America first to be a part of your coalition, then you better do something for us. Start putting America first. Start fighting for your own constituents. We are the future. We are the Americans. Put us first. And anyone that supports this message, I am willing to unite with. Let's start the...
So, who disagrees with that? Who disagrees with that? Look at this guy. Wah, white supremacist Chris. Whoa, my God, my name's Chris, and I'm a little beta bitch that doesn't like words. Oh, you fucking pussies are exhausting, dude. Oh, my God. How can you listen to that and not support that? How could you not support that message? If you're not American, like, I get it, right? That's a little bit different. But if you're an American and you listen to that and you're like, I don't like what this guy's saying. All he cares about is putting Americans first. What? What? You hate this kid for that? Bizarre. You got little pussy boys like Chris in the chat, right? That don't like that. But I mean, for the normal, typical Americans who have a little bit of grit in their system and can handle mean words. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's hit some super chats before we jump into the Daily Wire verse. The Daily Wire verse, Nick Fuentes, because, man, that one's getting out of control. All right, let's hit some supers. Then I got to pee. We'll take a little break, midstream break after the supers, and then we'll jump into we'll show the clip of Candace calling out Ben Shapiro for being fucking scared of Nick Fuentes, and then we'll take the break after that. But let's hit some supers first, okay? Took a break from my jerk to death machine to watch. This all warms my my white boy heart. Us. If I were a flag, offend, and you'll help pack. Fuentes is right about our greatest ally and some domestic economic policy, but I will never sign on to the views of the Klan. The Ku Klux Klan? Are you fucking retarded? Where is what he's saying have anything to do with the Ku Klux Klan? Oh my God. I'm not going to insult you. I should, but I'm not going to. America only, Nate for president. Appreciate you. Happy Veterans Day. Yeah, we're going to be streaming with Aaron Loves America Tuesday on our Political Live on Veterans Day. Look out for that. Like to see Nick and Ron Paul team up. Ron's too old, but I do like Ron Paul. Nate, love your channel. How do you feel about legal migrants who come here, work hard, and contribute? Legal migrants? I think they're fantastic. I think they provide a lot of value. Adam can't say mean things about them, or they send the cops to your door. That happened to you. That's for sure. Super sticker. Thank you. As a progressive left-leaning man, I don't like Nick, but he's allowed to say what he wants, and I can stand against him on my own life and education. Look at that. A progressive left-leaning man defending Nick Fuentes' right to freedom of speech. Wow. Like I said, it's one tiny little group of people that seem to not support what Mr. AJ is saying here. How'd the football game go last night? They won. They're playing the number 1 team in state next week. So that'll be the big game. I am Democrat. Agree with a lot of what you're saying. There you go, guys. Appreciate you. America first. Smash the like. Long live the diagonal. Just because someone's smart doesn't make them right, and vice versa. True. Found out the money Judas was paid equal to $7,000 a day. These guys are silly influencers, same amount for 2,000 years. What's his viewpoints on vets? I like the guy. I don't know. I would like to interview him and find out. I know his grandpa fought in World War II, but I don't see him talk about the military very often. That'd be an interesting conversation. Point Man Actual, love what you're doing, brother. 11B vet with 2 deployments to Afghanistan, 04, 05, 07, 08. Thank you for what you said about doing PTSD a few nights ago. That helped me big time. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, hopefully whatever I said could help. Purpose, brother, purpose. That's the biggest one for me. Glenn Greenwald and Norman Finkelstein are the 2 who've been trashing for years. What? You have to be friends? You have friends that don't think like you? What are you, a reasonable man? Yeah, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that I have friends that have wildly different political views? Yeah, I do. I have a lot of friends that, like, we think drastically different on politics, and they're still my friends. Did Mossad assassinate Tillman? No. Brent Tucker and who do you have on? I'm brain farting. I'll remember. I'll get back to it. It'll hit me. Subconscious will hit me and bring it back. Yeah. I trust Dr. David. Ooh, I can't even say that. He served in Afghanistan, not familiar with Nick, yet he is critical of Tiny. Yeah, so he has that going for him. You rock free speech. Is it fair to say that decision makers in our greatest ally are at fault? I think Nick would know that logically. Is it fair to say that? Look, man, I have nothing like Israel. I have nothing against any other foreign country acting out in their own best interest. And Israel acts in their own best interest. They have taken $300 to $400 billions from the United States. They have free health care. They have free education, all subsidized and paid for by the U.S. taxpayer. I don't judge Israel for that. I think they're doing a fantastic job. But I'm not an Israeli, and it's not my fucking country. I have bigger issues with the American politicians who allow that. I would expect foreign countries to act in their best interest, of course. But we're not them. So, been listening to Nick for 6 years. He's hilarious. Has me dying every night. Yeah, he's also super funny. That's part of what makes him enjoyable for people to watch. Snowflakes need not apply. Yeah, you're just falling for his lawyer speak. Whose lawyer speak? Nick's lawyer speak? Nick doesn't speak like a lawyer. I know. My dad's one. I know all about lawyer speak. We as Americans need to make sure we don't come to the UK. I agree with that. Well, we're going to find out in New York, though, huh? We're going to find out in New York what that looks like here pretty soon. Cherry. Sorry if I said that wrong. What do you think about Gary and him believing the official narrative? Again, I am friends with Gary. I talk to Gary about the case all the time. We don't agree on a lot of things. We also do agree on a lot of things. So that's his opinion, man. And he's a smart guy. So it is what it is. I'm not going to tell him what to think. Doesn't mean I dislike him. JD's a chameleon. I've known JD for 20 plus years, brother. He's been fooling me for a long time if he's a chameleon. Let there be croipage. New to your show through Ian. Love the truth. Bruossi. Appreciate you. Yeah, Ian is a good friend of the show. We're big fans of Ian here. Both Democrats and Republicans are worthless. Yes, that is the theme of this channel. Groom Vance. Yes, he is. Peter Thiel's little boy. R gave us Supreme Court conservative justices who've done nothing. Conservative, by the way. Interesting how that goes. Day 40, no budget, CR. Fun fact, health insurance companies marked with high yield receive an average of 840 million per year or per day. Yeah, that's gross. And yeah, government's still shut down, guys. So that's cool. Our politicians are really fucking crushing it, huh? All right, we got to move that one. Saw this coming. Big dono from Lord Hybrid. $100 domo. The president only helps the billionaires and the chosen foreigners. I feel conned. Yes, correct. That's exactly why I no longer support Donald Trump. It is exactly why the vast majority of America First no longer support Donald Trump. Because what has Donald Trump done in this term that has benefited the American working class people? Name one thing. Somebody in the chat, name one thing the Republican Party under Trump's tutelage has done to improve the lives of American working class people in this term. Name one. Send it to me. Not billionaires, not the elites, not the tech giants, the American working class people. Yeah, there you go. Both parties same are the pass of the same policies. They plan each vote. Division on left and right by design. 100% true. Agree with you that. That's what we believe on this channel. Proud to share America with patriots like you. This is our home, our blood, our past generations. The future America is not for sale. That's right. Williams, I appreciate it, brother. That is the red line in the sand, and it has been drawn. Says a lot of good things and a lot of vile shit. Yeah, I mean, when he was a kid, look, I watch him now. I can watch, and I really don't see a whole lot of vile stuff coming out of his mouth. I'm really not concerned, guys, with the mean things a fucking 21-year-old kid said on the internet. I'm really not. It doesn't bother me one way or another, whether it's a liberal kid, a leftist kid, a right-wing kid, some 20-year-old kid. Like, you're pulling up clips from when he was fucking 20 years old, and you want me to be upset about something some base 20-year-old said? I'm not. I don't care. Cry about it. Now, I'm not saying you are, but, you know, I think the vile shit is some of his earlier stuff. Nate, have you had any pushback from other YouTube friends since the American First talk? How do you handle it? Are they trying to cancel you? Pushback from any other YouTuber friends? No, I mean, look, like I said, me and Matt are going to have a friendly debate on Monday. He's the farthest opposite of me when it comes to, he's Israel first, I'm America first. And how are you going to cancel me? I have the moral high ground, guys. My stance is the moral high ground. I don't have to worry about anything because my stance is I only support policies that directly benefit the American people. That's my politics. And you have to argue with me against that. Good luck. Good luck. Like, I don't know how anybody's going to do it, but it's tough, right? I'm saying that, or seeking the truth, $20. I'm saying that this shit will start a civil war. Nah, I don't think so. We were tired. We're a long way away from that. People, here's the thing. I'm going to do a video on this. Civil war coming to America. Kind of drives me crazy when I hear this. I get it, but no, it's not going to start a civil war. Not as long as Americans are comfortable. And what does a civil war look like? Right? I went and fought in Afghanistan. That was a real civil war. It's an actual civil war, right? The Afghan nationals versus the Taliban. They're all Afghans. It's a civil war. And civil wars are fucking weird and bizarre, and nobody wants it. I can promise you that. It will turn this nation into a third world country overnight. Maybe eventually we could get there, but we're nowhere close. We're nowhere close to it yet. There are well-oiled tools of the Zionists for the purpose of creating distractions. Nick needs to be specific on what policies the modern-day America First would support, because history of the America First is an ugly one. What do you mean? He's very clear on his politics. You should go watch his channel. Dudes who get butthurt over mouth noises are pathetic. I'm a retired 11 Bravo. Couldn't have cited data. Yeah, I mean, think about this, bro. And for all the infantrymen out there, and I know there's a bunch of infantrymen and Marines, is there a single thing that you've heard Nick say that's anywhere near as bad as what you would hear regularly in the B's or at work? Like, it's anybody who's in the military. Look at this. Just the bots, dude. The Israel bots just hanging on. The 7K club just dying. Oh. The die has been cast. Nick Fuentes appears to be bred for the circus for the plebs. We squander opportunity with Trump. America is fussed. Yeah, okay. Security needs a lock, not to prevent. We got to get through these. Can we sneak testosterone into the Starbucks somehow? Nick is the man. When you're taking flack, over the target. Now, that is a good point, man. The fact when all of these people are attacking you and trying to censor you and deplatform you, you are 100, and you're just a 27-year-old kid on a podcast by yourself, you are way over the target. It's America first. Best interest to keep Nick Fuentes safe and outspoken before he gets honeypotted by, yeah. I'm not worried about him getting honeypotted. I'm worried about him getting axed and schwacked, to be honest. I think that's highly likely going to happen, unfortunately. Oh, God. You're not part of the wood chipper tribe then, if that's how you feel. You're not. So there you go. I've been voting Republican since 84. Nick is right. They haven't done jack shit. Remember what they did to the Tea Party? Yeah, they destroyed it and infiltrated it. The neocons did the exact same thing. They did it, and they destroyed the fucking Tea Party. Yep. Said same as Nick 30 years ago. All right, we're almost through these. Lindsey Graham may have come out the closet to get... Old Grinder Graham, dude. Grinder Graham. Ben Johnson. Nick is actually creating a covert hand signal for his followers right now. Quick right hand. This fucking dude. Is he? He's got the Groiper hand signals coming. Atheists think Nick is a little over church, but outside of that, I'm good with Nick. America first, America only. There you go. All right. We're going to... God damn it, man. I'm trying... Let me just get through these. We're almost there. I appreciate you guys, but it's a lot. I like and respect Gary too. Just don't know how he's still in that frame of thinking. A lot of people want the official narrative to be true. They just do, and it is what it is. Maybe the official narrative's all true. Maybe that's what we'll learn in the court case. I doubt it, but we'll see. Remove the NFA, half measure bullshit. I just talked about just talking with Jesse on Fire about the NFA regulations earlier today. Actually, conservatism is dead. Modern conservatives haven't preserved anything. Well, conservatism isn't dead. It's just that MAGA isn't conservative, brother. They don't have a basis for what they claim to conserve. They're just slow progressives. Yeah. Well, I would agree with you that people who claim they are conservatives, like Ben Shapiro, are not conservatives at all. Constitution doesn't have enforcement action because the founders always meant for the people to be the enforcers, defend your homeland, or lose your rights. Support Euphoria or Europa. Huge fan all the way from Tasmania. Oh my God. That's way out there. Our prime minister here in Australia is also a cuck, selling out younger generations by the day. Yeah, they seem to do that all around the world, huh? Love Australia. Small blanks can't negotiate. Usurp America's first, like they've done with both political parties. That's why they're losing their mind. Yeah, they can't. You're right. They can't infiltrate it. That's the problem. Travis. Nate, nothing but respect for you and the service of the country. Both parties are shit. Yes, they are. Independent voter for America first, not for other countries. Wonderful Veterans Day Tuesday. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, brother. All right, we made it to the last one. Thoughts on Trump using JSOC CIA against Mexican cartels? Sounds good on paper. I have a bunch of videos on exactly that from when this all first kicked off. I said, it's funny. You can go back to my videos. People who've been following me a long time will vouch for this. I said when everybody was saying, oh, Delta Force is about to crush the cartels, I said nothing like that is going to happen for at least 6 to 12 months. And we are 10 months later. Nothing's happened yet. So we nailed that one. All right. We are going to show a little clip from Candace here before we jump into the Daily Wire beef between Ben Shapiro, all of Daily Wire, Nick Fuentes, Tucker, about how Ben Shapiro is scared. Well, and he obviously is, of Nick Fuentes. And then we're going to take a quick 2-minute break so that I can take a piss and you guys can grab a drink or whatever you need to do. And then we'll kick it back off.
I do believe that he is actually scared of Nick Fuentes. Okay. I think that fear comes from guilt. Nick's backstory, don't care what you think about him. You already know I don't like Nick Fuentes because of how he treated me. But the backstory is compelling. I learned the backstory listening to Jeremy Boring, the former CEO of Daily Wire, sit down with Nick. So right after I'd been fired, and I didn't know what Ben and Jeremy admitted that they did to him. And so I think if you artificially push somebody out of the market, and Ben has never come out and denied anything that Nick Fuentes has said. Also, Jeremy Boring didn't deny it in a conversation with him. So we have to assume the story is true. And given what I know about what happens now, I think, and what Charlie was going through, I think we can all realize that Nick was an 18-year-old kid, like he told Tucker, and now the whole world knows this story. He started asking questions about Israel, and he got artificially pushed out of the market when he had his whole life ahead of him, okay? And now, when they did this because they wanted to rid themselves of Nick Fuentes, who then became angry about it and definitively has said very offensive things on the internet, but also he was 18, 19 years old. Now you see him on Tucker Carlson You don't like Tucker Carlson. And I think it makes him uncomfortable. I think we're in Harry Potter, right? And Lord Voldemort thought he killed the baby, and the baby may be lit. I don't even know who the Dark Lord is in this story, but I do know. I don't even know who he must not be named is in this story.
We all know who he who must not be named is in this story, don't we? I think everybody knows who that is in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Right? All right, let's let's take a quick 2-minute break, guys. We will jump right back into it. We got some good ones. We got a hilarious clip to show you guys. Don't take more than 2 minutes because we're coming back with Ian Carroll's clip of Nick Fuentes chasing down Ben Shapiro in Grand Theft Auto. It's fucking hilarious, and that's what we're going to jump back. So grab a drink and use the bathroom, whatever you need to do, and we will be back in 2. I'll see if I can find Munchkin and bring Munchkin back as well. All right, stand by. Oh, and we're back with the munch. With the munchy. For those of you who are new to the channel and don't know our mascot here, baby Munchkin, our Munchkin cat. She's here. She likes to step up on the keyboard, so I got to try to keep her from doing that. But she likes to hang out. Now she just woke up. Yeah. She's going to try to step on it. What you doing? What you doing, baby? There she goes. Hey, come on, you crazy. Let's put her down. Come on, you. Oh, the baby. There you go. I know. All right. Munchkin with the appearance. Yeah, I know. All right, let's jump back into this thing. I have a cat. Yeah, that's Munchkin. That's my Munchkin cat, dude. She's a mascot of the show. Munchkin shot caller when. Yeah, we're not like Hassan on this channel, guys. We unfortunately, or we fortunately do like animals, and we don't abuse them live on our stream or at all, by the way. All right, everybody back? We ready? Ready to jump into this hilarious clip. I don't play Grand Theft Auto. I'm sure a lot of you do, so it'll probably be even funnier to you guys than it is to me. So our buddy Ian covered this. Again, I don't know anything about Grand Theft Auto, but it still made me laugh my ass off when I watched it. Okay, so let's there we go. Let's jump into this. For the boomers in the chat who don't know what Grand Theft Auto is, it's a video game, and Ian, I think, explains it.
let's get to the best part.
Oh, also there's some context because Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro were bitching and moaning and whining about how horrible the video game where he did this. So that's where the context from this comes.
Part of this whole thing. Ben Shapiro talking to Megyn Kelly.
So you and I have talked about Nick Fuentes many times over the years and our many appearances together. And that's how I knew about him, because he was saying absolutely terrible things about you.
And we're not going to watch the whole 11 minutes. We're just going to watch the start of this clip.
And I am going to show a video, please forgive me.
I can't believe they showed this on her
one
show.
of my first introductions to this guy, Nick Fuentes, and what he was saying about Ben. This is a video of him showing himself playing
so
Grand Theft Auto, right?
Even Ian's gonna lose
I'm not
it.
trying to shit on you.
I know.
I'm sure you seem like a lovely woman. But you're such a mom right now. You're such a parent. You're old. It's hilarious. And that's fine. That's fine. But it gets way better than just this part.
A video game where you shoot people, and he's pretending that this character in the video is Ben. Let's watch.
I can't believe she showed this.
Nick is literally live streaming Grand Theft Auto like 6 years ago.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that makes me laugh and laugh. That's a funny one. What a chance encounter that was. I think I just saw Ben Shapiro.
These guys have, I mean, obviously they have never been in a Call of Duty chat room.
Yeah.
These guys have obviously, they don't have kids or they're not paying very good attention to them. Because A, that was the tamest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah.
B, he wasn't actually referring to the guy who was shooting as Ben Shapiro.
It gets way funnier here, guys.
And if you had any context other than
It gets
your
way
out
funnier.
of context clip, you would find one of the funniest fucking clips on the internet today.
Here we go.
Check this out. This is pure gold. And oh my God, let's just remember, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Since Ben Shapiro, rather than debating Nick Fuentes, tried to cancel him. Had whole organizations gang up on him, had him debanked, had him put on the no-fly list, had him kicked off of all the platforms, everything they could possibly try, except sitting down and out thinking him in the open market.
This clip's so funny.
With your ideas.
Oh
Ben
my
Shapiro
God,
is
I
still
can't.
a fucking pussy, too scared to debate Nick Fuentes
Yep.
to this day. And he could do it anytime he wanted. He could do it right now. Nick Fuentes just re-offered the challenge just the other night.
Here we
It
go.
would be the most watched debate in probably the whole decade, like overnight. It would probably single-handedly bring the Israeli Wire back from bankruptcy.
Israeli Wire.
Ben could get a new mansion. But oy vey, that would be very dangerous to do. That would be very bad to do, to engage in the free market of ideas. So let's just remember that that's the context around Ben Shapiro debating Nick Fuentes. And that's the context around the little joke that Nick just made in the last clip that you saw. And this is the clip that Megyn Kelly apparently didn't look far enough to find.
Maybe I'll take a cruise down this side of the street.
Nick's just
He is
cruising
close.
around.
He is near though. That is true.
He's looking for something. What's he looking for?
There he is. Yep. Hey Ben, you thought you could get away from me the first time, huh? Without debating me? I just want to talk, please.
It's a Jew.
Stop
it's
running.
A Jewish guy in Grand Theft
I'm not
Auto.
a threat to you. Look, here I am. I showed up.
He literally is hunting down Ben Shapiro in Grand Theft Auto, not to shoot him, which is like the point of Grand Theft Auto is to just shoot random people, blow up cars, jump off buildings. That's what people do in Grand Theft Auto. Nick Fuentes is not doing that. Nick Fuentes is fucking finding the Jewish dude on the side of the road in Grand Theft Auto when he's live streaming, and he's getting out of his car and walking up to him. And because Ben Shapiro won't actually debate him in real life, instead he's simulating it in Grand Theft Auto and saying, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm no threat to you. I just want to talk to you. I'm just here to debate you, Ben Shapiro. I'm just going to talk. I'm just talking. Don't run away, Ben Shapiro.
And I just want to talk about ideas, okay? You're the one that loves the marketplace of ideas so much. Just talk to me.
You make me want to puke.
And Megyn Kelly had no idea what she was referencing when she brought up that clip. This is literally a running joke in his streaming when he was streaming video games and streaming Grand Theft Auto. He would make jokes when he would see the Jews on the side of the road that it was Ben Shapiro, and he would try to debate him in Grand Theft Auto. And then the Jewish guy would run away because it's Grand Theft Auto, and that's how it works. And then it just gets funnier and funnier.
Really?
Don't worry, it gets better.
Back here, bro.
He's just chasing him down
Ben Shapiro, bro.
for
Get
like
back
2
here.
minutes.
You define everything that's wrong with this place.
Doesn't want to hurt him.
You're really making my skin cold. Fucking point to you.
And then
Is this what you want, Ben? Is this what
Keep
Ben
going.
wants this instead of... Oh, taser? Do I have the taser?
he's looking for non-lethal
If
options.
I had the taser, I'd be able to...
Is it possible to subdue him? Can he
By the
subdue him?
I don't have anything that's not optical.
Just wait.
He's trying everything. He's trying everything.
No,
he can.
on second thought, no. Bad idea.
He's still chasing
Yeah.
him.
Disavow that. That's the only non-lethal weapon I have.
Literally, this is going on for minutes, trying non-lethal approaches to get a debate with
I wasn't even thinking.
What does it take to get a debate with Ben Shapiro? He'll try anything to get a debate with Ben Shapiro. He just wants to engage in the marketplace of ideas.
Think of it like that, Ben.
But then, what actually winds up happening in the clip?
This is so funny.
Keep this up.
The guy's running away, and then, whoa, what
Uh-oh.
just happened? He got hit by a car. The car ran him over.
Him. I will defend. Survive.
They both survive, and then the very end of the clip, once they've been run over by cars, Nick's been chasing him down, he's been trying to debate him, and then the dude's running away, and the police shoot
What
him.
happened?
The cops shoot him.
The police guys shot him.
Ben, are you okay? This is supposed to be a debate. This is a debate, you monsters. How could you kill him like
And then Nick Shapiro comes to the defense of Ben Shapiro, or Nick Shapiro. Nick Fuentes comes to the defense of Ben Shapiro and starts fighting the cops that just murdered him. And he starts going after them.
that?
This
And
is
so-
supposed to be a debate, you animals.
I will avenge Ben Shapiro. I must avenge.
This is literally what Megyn Kelly was referencing with her terrible clip.
So that's what Megyn Kelly showed, was the very end of that. saying she put that on the screen, saying that he was trying to kill Ben Shapiro in the video game without realizing that's where that viral clip's from. All right, so I'm just kidding. I don't play Grand Theft Auto, but you can't find that not funny. And the fact that Megyn Kelly actually put that up on the screen as something that as a gotcha for Nick Fuentes, like, come on, guys. You can't tell me that that's not funny. But I believe Nick responded to this on his show, which we're going to watch here.
Megyn Kelly interviewed Tucker Carlson, got a little firsthand account. His first public appearance and a little live reaction from him about all the fallout from the interview. We covered it yesterday. And now today, Megyn Kelly did a live show with Ben Shapiro. to get his reaction to all of it. And man, he read her the riot act. Nothing is ever good enough for these people. Oy vey, Megan, your friend Candace Owens, she's gonna get us all killed. She said Charlie Kirk got killed by Israel. It's like, buddy, you're not helping your cause. You're not helping yourselves. These people are on your side. Megyn Kelly is on your side. But it's just not good enough. Nothing's ever good enough for these people. So we'll talk about it. He gave her a lecture and interrogated her. I'm not making it up. He interrogated her because she won't disavow Candace Owens. He interrogated her because she won't press Tucker Carlson. And I think the whole country is sick of Ben Shapiro.
Yes.
I think the entire United States of America has had it right up to about here with Ben Shapiro. We've had it up to here with you, little guy. I think we're all ready for Ben Shapiro to go back home to Israel. Am I right? One's in the chat of Ben Shapiro.
There you go. One's in the chat.
Be denaturalized and deported to Israel. Can we get that trending? Can we get that going? This little guy has got to go home. Little man,
the
it's
ones
time
in
for
the
you to go
chat.
home to Israel. We
There
don't
they
want
are.
you here. He goes around saying, I need security everywhere I go because everyone hates me. Well, go live in Israel. You'll be greeted like a hero. It will be a hero's welcome when you return to Israel. They'll play trumpets in the streets. You'll have all of the matzo ball soup, whatever the fuck that you want. Get out. Fake American. Ben Shapiro is not American. Can we just get that straight? You have forfeited your right to call yourself American. You're not one. You don't care about America. You don't care about Americans. You're not America first. He said in an interview once, the number one guarantor of my loyalty to the United States is Israel. Go there. Go there then. Go home. What's stopping you? Just don't come back next time. Next time you're in Israel hanging out with the war criminal. Next time you're over there hanging out and jacking off the war criminal, just stay. You and your Jewish wife and Israeli.
All right. All right. I mean, if you don't think that he's funny, guys, okay. I mean, but again, probably some of you that have just seen little clips of him have not seen this type of thing and starting to understand, like, oh, I get it. I get it why young men love this guy, young men and women, why the young generation loves this guy. Also, we're going to do a poll here. Deport Shapiro. Yes or no? We had a lot of ones in the chat, but let's get an actual poll to see if see what you guys think. Should Ben Shapiro be deported? Why not? Why don't we throw that out there? Yeah. So yeah. Let's get the poll going here and see what we think. Let's see. All right, here we go. So now that's wholesome, right? We got some wholesome, funny stuff, but that's not the most wholesome thing. I'll tell you guys the moment that really made me a Nick fan, and I am. I'm sure you could tell by now. Again, I don't agree with everything he said, but I am a fan of Nick. Is this clip? This clip radicalized me big time. I'm honestly, like, of all the things he said and done, this is the clip that radicalized me to be America first and to get on board with the groypers. I'm too old to be a groyper, but if I could be a groyper, this is what got me there. Let's watch this.
All right. You like my new friend here? I didn't want him on the show yesterday because it was kind of distracting and it was an important show. But look, like, check this out. Ready? Check this out. That's kind of fun, right?
Oh, I get the poll back up. Hold on.
He's just like a regular. I don't know. He's just like a white guy underneath. But yeah, I thought I'd put this little ghost guy up. I had it for yesterday, but like I said, the show was too big. It's like this thing is huge. It's distracting. Isn't that kind of fun though? We'll do it one more time.
Here we
if you
go.
missed it. If you missed it the first time, we'll do it one more time. Are you the greatest? I love that. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at the super chats.
All right.
Let's
there
see
it
what we
is.
got.
that clip with the groovy ghost is what got me, man. The groovy ghost got me. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The groovy ghost got me, guys. I mean, it is what it is. I've been looking for that. I've been trying to find that groovy ghost and somewhere I could buy it ever since I've seen that clip. The ghost going hard. Yeah, that groovy ghost. I think is the poll back up? Are we good now? Yeah, it's cooking now. Yeah, deport Ben Shapiro. There you go. We can vote on that as we go. So anyway, that's some wholesome stuff, right? That's some wholesome stuff. Now let's pull up. Let's see. Where is the crying about Nick? Is it this one? No. This one? Oh, here we go. All right, so everybody at the Daily Wire is crying about Nick. What's this guy's name? I forget his name. He's kind of irrelevant. I don't even know who this guy is. I mean, I see him on the Daily Wire. Somebody, who is this guy? What's his name? Somebody in the chat. Not woman propaganda, by the way. He's fucking got a hilarious channel. But him covering, Clavin. Andrew Clavin, is that his name? Clavin, yeah. This guy is just a fucking piece of work, dude. Ben Shapiro's dad, basically, is what he is. Listen to him complain about Nick Fuentes.
Enemy moving to, and of course, that always means anti-Semitism. You will always say this. I know I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it one more. That, anti-Semitism, Jew hatred, is the devil's flagpole. And by the way, I'm not talking about, I don't like Jews.
Anti-Semitism is the devil's flagpole. He just told us that if you hear someone being anti-Semitic, that is an evil person. Anti-Semitism, that's the devil's business. That's what the devil loves, is spreading anti-Semitism. That's what he just told us. So take note. We're going to keep going.
We're seeing who wants to
Nobody likes anybody.
based off the next
Everybody
Fuentes
hates
clip.
everybody else. That's the basic way the world works. And so that doesn't bother me in the least. I'm talking about that obsessive, the Jews are to blame for everything. They're in charge of everything. They run everything secretly, did everything bad. Anything bad that happens is them. And so we're indebted, we're controlled by Israel. Nutty stuff. I'm talking about crazy.
Saying we're controlled by Israel is not nutty stuff. That's not crazy stuff. Have you ever heard of AIPAC? Get on Twitter for 5 minutes. Everybody knows about AIPAC buying all of our politicians. That's just like everybody knows that now. We're really going to pretend like we don't know.
Also, guys, look where he paused it. He's doing the pose, guys. He's literally doing the pose. You can't stop these people. He's literally doing it. They can't help themselves. He's doing the meme. Come on, bro. Like, look at the meme. Hold on. Oh my god. Shit. All right, I'm not gonna pull it up because I don't want to get in trouble. But like, we all know the meme, right? He's literally doing it. Okay, back to the video.
About AIPAC, that's what Andrew Clavin wants us to do. So, saying the Jews control the weather, that might be a nutty thing to say. Sure. This is gaslighting right now. If he is trying to tell me that, Israel controls our government, you're going to try and tell me I'm crazy for saying that? This guy is gaslighting us right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy, obsessive, crazy stuff. It will always arise, and it will arise on the right, and it will arise on the left, because it is about God. It is about hating God, and
I can't listen to this guy. It's about hating God. these people, dude. These just perpetual victims, man. It's always under attack. Our God's under attack. Oy vey, right? But let's get to Nick's response about what's going on over at the Daily Wire and their criticisms of him, right?
Are you not tired of being the whipping boy? Are you not tired? And I think of these guys, some of them, like Matt Walsh. When are you going to stand up for yourself, man?
Oh, I know, man.
Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles. When are you going to stand up for yourselves? When are we going to stop being pushed around and bullied and owned by these people? I did it 10 years ago. I figured it out when I turned 18 because I'm a smart guy, and I decided on the same day I will not be pushed around by these people. I will not be pushed around by Aaron Bandler and Elliot Hamilton, two ugly, unremarkable, pathetic people. I said, I will never be pushed around by you. You have no idea what I am capable of. I am so far beyond you. And other people need to make that same decision.
Yeah, Matt Walsh, bro, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. All right. Here's another one. another response to excuse me, the attacking from the Daily Wire boys.
Show is so hateful. You're a horrible person. You're vitriol. Save it. No one's buying it anymore. Spare us the emotional blackmail. Spare us the gaslighting, the guilt tripping. No one's buying it anymore. No one's playing that anymore. This is about whether we, the people, will regain control over our government. It's about whether we're going to be America first or Israel first. That is what this is about. That is always what this has been about. Now they hide behind Donald Trump. And they say they're splitting apart the MAGA movement. They were all never Trump.
Yup.
In 2016.
All
because Trump said America first. And now that Trump sold out to Miriam Adelson, now they want to run and hide behind him and say, you're not MAGA if you don't support Israel. Let's not forget where we came from here. Oy vey, your show is so hateful.
And he's not wrong when he talks about Trump's swap, right? This is what happened. I'll show you. Right here is what happened. This is where the entire switch came to be. Right? Here we go. See this? Marion Abelson. Same person who's just spending $20 million to try to unseat Thomas Massie, by the way. That's where all that money came from, ladies and gentlemen. $250 million fucking dollars. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. To Nick's point, that's when the swap happened. And we all fucking know it. Right? We all know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. All right, let me close some of these out. And we'll get back to it. Hold on. All right. Now, we're gonna talk about, all right, we gave a lot of positives. Okay, we're gonna talk about some negatives, some things that I don't agree with, or not necessarily agree with. Okay, to be fair, across the board. All right. Let's take a look at some of these clips.
Sorry, I called you gay, by the way. But I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something. I'm like, what? Why is anyone married? You tell me, why aren't people married?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's the women. The women are extremely liberal. No one talks about that. They're increasingly they do.
It is true that women, like, how many of you guys have had to nerf your political views in order to be around a girl that you like that was more liberal?
I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way, but I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something.
Right. And hold on. Let's get this one up as well. This is a continuation of the same thing there. Oh, what the hell is this? I lost it. All right. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Did I lose my... All right, hold on. Let me figure out where the hell that went. Shit, we lost it. Oh, well, whoops. I think I closed out of the tab. Is it this one? No, what the fuck keeps happening there? Ah, whatever. Stand by. I'll get it pulled back up. I'll find it. Having a little technical difficulty here. Little technical difficulties. Oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking for earlier, guys. Thank God I found this. We're going to put this, luckily this towards the end, not end of the stream. We're not done yet, but we're on the back half of the stream here. So we can actually play this one because this one's a little over the top, but this might be one of the funniest. This might be one of the funniest clips ever. About Mark Levine. So if you guys didn't know, Mark Levine had a massive crash out. Let's see if I can pull it up and we can look at it first. Mark Levine, RJC. Here we go. Let's see the crash out first. Let's see here. All right, here we go.
Do something about this.
Found him. Found him.
Now, first of all, my wife, my mother-in-law,
Hold on.
Donald Trump canceled David Duke.
Here we go. Calling for
We
cancellations.
canceled Pat Buchanan. We canceled the John Birch Society. We canceled Joseph Sobran. We canceled pornography on TV.
Oh, wait, who canceled pornography? Who owns the pornography industry, by the way? Who owns OnlyFans? You sure you want to go down that road, Mark? It's rabbis that own like all of it. So I'm not sure that was the greatest one from the greatest thing to throw in there, bud.
Cancel stuff all the damn time. Hitler admirers, Stalin admirers, Jew haters, American haters, Churchill haters. You're damn right we're going to cancel them and deplatform them. It's called the market system.
Wow.
They don't have a lifetime job like a bureaucrat who we're going to protect. And if they're your friend, there's something wrong with you.
Wow.
No Hitler admirer, Holocaust denier, platformer should be anybody's friend, as a matter of fact.
Okay, Mark. Oy vey. Oy vey. Well, here's the thing, is that Nick responded to this, and it's maybe one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So we're just gonna let Nick cook on this one, okay? Let's go ahead and do it.
Mark Levin is kind of like transgender. I think he might have a vagina because he's the most emotional. And it's weird about Jews. They all have like a weird thing with their mothers. And it has to do with the religion. We could get into that in the super chats. But they all have this weird dynamic with their moms. All the Jews, not all, but a lot of them, they have the overbearing mother complex. And so many of the men are very emotional.
And by the way, guys, real quick, where did we first see this? Who's this? Right? We know what they're talking about. Okay, let's get back to it.
And they're very histrionic, like women. And Mark Levin, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a vagina, actually, if he's a girl, because he's such an emotional woman. You watch his speech, he's literally shaking with anger, literally cannot control himself. He talks about he said, my grandpa fought at Guadalcanal. Was your grandpa a girl too? He said, where was Nick Fuentes' grandparents? My grandfather fought in World War II. And Mark Levin seems like a histrionic woman. I don't know what's going. I would say I would fight him, but one, he's an old man. He's going to be dead in 20 years. He's on his way out. Two, I think he might be a woman. So I don't even want to fight him because I don't want to hit a girl. I know people say I'm a sexist, but I don't do that. So Mark Levin, I mean, this guy's like, by definition, a Jewish pussy, which a lot of them are. Anyway, Mark Levin is kind of...
I mean, woo! Like, again, when we're talking about Mark Levin, come on. Come on, bro. All right. Now, we're 2 hours in, about 2 hours in. We started this whole thing out. Yeah, see? Here we go. Okay, that was funny. See? See? We started this whole thing out with a first poll. Oh, also, I need to see the results of the Ben Shapiro poll, by the way. What were we at on that bad boy? 89% said yes, they want Ben gone. That's brutal. All right. So we started this out with a poll. Do you like Nick Fuentes? And we're going to do the exact same poll we did. What we started with. You've had an opportunity, if you've been with us the whole way, to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between. And you got his full context. You got to see long form of what he really thought. You got to see his comedy. So let's find out now. Let's see what we got. Let's do it here. We're going to run the poll again. Do you like Nick Fuentes? Yes or no? Let me know what you guys think as the poll's running. All right. And we're going to see if we got a different result. Now, this is kind of like a scientific testing, right? Where we initially took the baseline and we figured we were going to get comments like this. That a lot of people may have said no because they've only seen tiny little clips and they've seen nothing really about anything, how he really feels and his actual views and his comedy and everything in between. And we'll see what the poll looks like after our test, our 2-hour test of letting you all see who he actually is. Or at least a better idea of who he is, other than what Ben Shapiro is going to show you, right? So we're going to let that poll go. We're going to hit super chats to finish out the night. We let a lot of the super chats built up, so we're going to cover them all at the back end here. Excuse me. Which is the way I'm trying to adjust the live streams to be to where we try to do most of the content up front and then get more of the super chats in the back end. It seems to be like a little bit more, I don't know, maybe it's less engaging for the audience, but maybe it's a little bit easier to watch if we're not breaking everything up so much by super chats. So let's start reading a couple super chats while you all vote. Okay. And, I got to get back to where we were. Let's see. We want to make sure we didn't miss any. I think. All right, here we go. I think this is where we left off. We got this one already. I think we got this one already. Remove the NFA, half an hour bullshit. I think we got that one already. Did we get these ones already? Yeah, we already got these ones. Let me get back. Sorry. Get us back to where we need to be. Sorry, it's you guys, 156 of them. So, whew. All right, here we go. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Yeah, actually, I just saw this. Ben just literally went on CNN and cried about Nick Fuentes on CNN. Like, dude, just debate him, dude. Like, here's the thing. He's used his own platform to try to attack Nick. He went on Megyn Kelly's show to attack Nick. He's going on CNN to attack Nick. Just man up, which he can't do because he's not a man. Sit down and fucking talk to him, debate him. It's not hard. Just do it. Someone said his views on women suck. Yeah, his views on women gotta mature for sure. There's a huge break point with me on that one. He needs to mature. A lot of those comments are from when he was a 21, 22-year-old dude. Like, I get it, whatever. Gary Zellman. I don't know who this is. I'd have to find him in the chat now. All right, keep it moving. Based on your last video, do you think that two things can be true at the same once between our greatest ally in our government and radical Islam in our country? Look at Europe. Yeah, they both are non-compatible. Here's the thing, guys. This is what drives me crazy. Like, oh, I got to choose one or the other. Like, oh, if you don't support our greatest ally, that means you support radical Islam. Because that's how this binary shit works. No, how about it's all bad? And I don't want any of it. Get it the fuck all out. How about that? I don't want our greatest ally involved in our politics. I don't want Qatar involved in our politics. I don't want Iran. I don't want Saudi Arabia. I don't want Russia. I don't want Ukraine. I don't want fucking any of them involved. So I don't choose one or the other. No thanks to all of it. That's my stance, right? Any student of history recognizes the propaganda that Fuentes... Oh, God, dude. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Oh, the crybaby tears for words are just fucking driving me crazy. All right. I'm a boomer in the mid-60s, and while I don't agree with all of Nick's views, I like the guy. LMO last night watching Ian's clip. Yeah, I know, man. That is a pretty good clip. Dr. Wang's 4-inch surgical scissors for sale guaranteed. Make you a hateful soprano free membership. Yep. Dr. Wang. Dr. Wang was a good time last night. Dr. Wang definitely was a good time. Is it just me, or would Cash Patel be much less dangerous if he would have gotten a CDL? A CDL? What's a CDL? I must not know the acronym there. One. We know what that's from. Appreciate you, brother. Just to lighten up the mood, did you know if you went to a butcher shop and bought every part of a cow, once you get home, you'll have enough to make your own cow? Well, okay, that's a good one. Love the channel. Snake Brigade, appreciate you, brother. That's actually kind of funny. All right, Antonius, don't stop. Yeah, okay. Poll doesn't work. I think we got it fixed. I'm going to look at it here in a minute. What's up with Ben's being awful people? Well, Ben is an awful person. Clavin, yeah. Update on Suns football game. Yeah, they won. And they're going to play the number 1 team in state next week. So we'll see how that goes. Oof. So they won league. They were the best team in their own league, and now they're in the state playoffs. So they won their first state playoff game, which is good. And we'll see what happens in the next one. Payne Revere, $20. Aren't we glad that we've collectively moved past the Tyler 30-06 story? Now we know it was our best ally. Feds, insiders, yet they won't be brought to justice, but at least we are free, right? Look, I still have no idea. I have no idea what the fuck happened. I'm done trying to figure it out. There's so much bizarre shit. TPUSA's bizarre shit. The FBI's bizarre shit. Like, we're not going to get the truth. You guys realize that? Whatever the fuck is in that trial, I'm not going to believe whatever's in that trial. You're not going to believe whatever's in that trial. It's almost irrelevant at this point. We're never going to get the truth. It's just the next JFK, right? So, yeah, it's disappointing. Mom Donnie, vote with 40% of the Jewish vote. 32%. I did an entire episode on that, actually, an entire video. Off topic. Do you think? Okay, ooh, we could pull that up. Why don't we pull that up, guys? I know not everybody here is vet bro drama. A lot of you are not, but if you are sort of following the vet bro drama, or used to follow, And you know Rob O'Neill, who killed Osama bin Laden. Well, Mr. Sean Ryan. Together, this clip looks like it's going to bang. The entire controversy over who killed Osama bin Laden is heating up as Sean Ryan just put out a clip. I watched this earlier and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Are we going to find out the truth? All right, let's watch it together. Because I think Sean just put this out. Yeah, I put it out yesterday. But if you're interested in this type of conspiracy, who killed Osama bin Laden, well, Sean Ryan's potentially about to do this crazy episode on this. Let me pull it up here. Let's watch this together, and we'll get back to the super chats, just because this is super interesting, I think, for everybody involved, or everybody that's interested in it. Hold on. There we go.
Interview today, and I wonder why.
I know this was a big decision for you. You've never revealed your identity before. This is the first time.
Is this red?
It includes 60 minutes.
I'm only doing it here, so I appreciate it.
But you're in disguise also for your own security.
Yeah, absolutely. My team was tasked with securing this building to the south of the compound. Bin Laden had 2 facilitators that lived in the compound.
He is one of the Navy SEALs who killed bin Laden, but now he's under investigation by the U.S. government and under fire from his fellow SEALs for writing about the mission.
Because his factual, unclassified book embarrassed President Obama, that created this situation where they had to crush him.
Oh my God.
He just crashed into their compound.
I think that's red. Why else would he
just beat on their front door with
not
a
want his
sledgehammer?
image shown?
The last thing I'm going to do is stand in front of their door setting my charge there. One of the first times I ever got shot at was through a door. Right? And I've had that happen multiple times now.
No, you can't go on here. We're gonna fucking come after you legally. And I had to tell him, I'm fucking tired of playing this game.
Let's go, Sean.
Bin Laden is hiding in the Hindu Kush, but did you know that every day from 4 to 5 he hosts a show on C-SPAN?
Is it true that somebody yelled to Khalid in Arabic? He came out and then was popped.
Didn't yell, whispered. It's the sexiest move I ever saw in the SEAL teams.
Khalid. Khalid.
How did Matt hurt somebody's ability to get another star?
His superiors now have to answer to Obama of why did you let your guy put out his book before my version of events?
Oh my God.
How were all these other people? Leon Panetta, Obama. I know what it is. I know what it is.
It's the content. It's the content.
It's the rank.
How many former secretaries of defense have written books? How many former generals have written books? I'm a nobody.
This is gonna bang so hard. Oh my God.
And what they've done, Matt's case is one of the most extreme of this. These people have never been to any form of combat like Matt's been.
That's what I mean, is that
they have, but they don't care. You have these people, you know, making decisions saying, I want to hurt this guy, I want to crush this guy because he embarrassed me.
3 weeks after the Bin Laden mission, we go to Leon Panetta's retirement ceremony from Langley, Virginia, and he literally brings over Catherine Bigelow and Mark Bull, Hollywood producer, screenwriter, director for Zero Dark Thirty.
Oh shit, dude. That is, for those of you, I know some of you that are new and don't follow the vet bro drama in space don't understand how fucking absolutely insane the potential of what you just saw was. And I don't know what's going to be in habit. So for those who aren't like really like delved into this, that just assume Rob O'Neill is the one who killed Osama bin Laden. My close friend Brent Tucker did an episode almost a year ago exposing that as not true. Matt Bissonette was part of that, wrote a book, and was absolutely railroaded and fucked over. And actually, they actually forced him to pay back all the profits of his book. All of these things. And now, and when you keep seeing everybody say red is the one man. Nobody has ever heard from this guy. He is the guy that killed Osama bin Laden. He's never wanted his identity released. He's never wanted to be a part of it. I don't know if that is red, but I am going to assume that is red. And if that is red, that is going to be the wildest Vetbo drama episode of all time. So we'll have to wait and see. Because yes, if I imagine people keep saying Rob O'Neill's shitting his pants. Yeah, I bet he is right now. Depending on what's in the context of that, we'll see. All right. Anyway, that was a good one. We'll definitely cover that if it's, well, why is it drama? Because Rob O'Neill, who wrote a book and made a career as the one who killed Osama bin Laden, is potentially going to be exposed for that all being lies. Again, I don't know what's going to be in that episode, but based off of the massive production value that Sean is putting into that episode, I have a feeling it's going to be a very big episode. Anyway, let's jump back to the super chats. We got a little sidetracked, but that was again, yeah, it's going to be wild. Yeah, good one. I watched it earlier right before the stream, and I was like, oh shit, here we go, bro. All right, how much longer will they hide their centuries-old insecurities being kicked out of all of Europe? Well, I don't know. I don't think they hide it. Love your content, but I thought you were better than this. Oh, my God. Oy vey. Oh, Adam. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, fucking A, dude. You fucking pussy, dude. You fucking no-ball pussy loser, dude. Oh, my God. Okay. Cindy Warren, $50. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you, Cindy. No comment, but I appreciate you, Cindy. Thank you very much. All right. Here we go. I'd say report Randy Fry. Oh, I know. I knew what the joke was the second you said it, AJ. When you said I'd say deport Randy Fine, I knew it was coming immediately. But I think the freight cost might be too high from his weight. You know it was coming. You had to know that one was going. That's a good one, brother. Payne Revere, $20, who benefited Feds/Trump because Kirk was getting stronger than Trump. I don't know. I think that one's a little too much. I think he was a major mouthpiece for Trump, so I don't really agree with that one. Perhaps for TPUSA, yeah, there's some bizarre shit going on there. But we're going to find out in that, well, we probably won't find out, but we're going to find something out, hopefully, unless the cameras are off and the gag orders are in effect. And actually I still think the trial is probably going to be completely private. Personally, I think they're going to find a way to justify it, but we'll see. We'll obviously be covering it. Amanda, thank you. Went to watch a video yesterday and got this video contains content from Paramount Global CBS, who has blocked it in your country. Did Izzy buy CBS? Paramount was bought by Paramount. I believe Paramount's under Larry Ellison's son, right? I'm pretty sure. Somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong there, but I'm pretty sure Paramount is part of the conglomerate owned by Ellison's son, right? People are saying, yep. There we go. Yep. So there we go. So to your point, yes, that's exactly what happened, by the way. Same as TikTok. So you nailed it, Amanda. That is exactly what happened to you. If you don't know about Larry Ellison and his son, quick Google check will let you know who they are. The number one donators to the IDF, by the way. United Strong, we the people. Fasting is real. I can't fast, man. I wish I could. Fasting's so good for you guys. If you guys could actually have regular fasting in your diets, it's amazing for you. I'm just too hungry. I'm too big of a boy. I like to eat too much. So I can't do it. But it is very, very good for you. Backman, what's up, brother? I almost wore your tank top tonight. It was too wrinkled, though. And so I decided not to do it. Finally caught alive. Keep doing your thing. Honestly, everyone, or everything I once believed in isn't backwards. It's sideways. Yeah, I know, man. Everything's fake. Fake and G, right? Faking the G word. I don't believe much anymore. I'm still a patriot, I think. Yeah, you are. You're still a patriot to your country and your people, man. Like, hating our government does not make you not a patriot. Loving America and then loving the American people makes you a patriot. That's where I'm at, brother. Hugo, $20. Thank you, brother. Since 1973, our greatest ally has cost us $3 trillion in aid and support. Well, I know it's 400 billion. I have heard though that I'm doing some research. I should talk to Ian Carroll about this. He's the one that would know that this number is actually probably more accurate than what we think. Their Gaza war has cost America 45 million. Yep, I know that's true. We have vets on the street, but pay for free healthcare in college everywhere. Yep. True. They have free healthcare. They have free education. They have free everything, subsidized by you, the American taxpayer. Aren't you glad you're doing that? Taking care of the homeless and the putting everybody through college. Not people in your country, but you're doing it. Hope you're glad about that. Hope you're glad your tax dollars are being spent on that, because they are. Every paycheck, you see that money come out of your federal taxes. Good portion of it goes right over there. It's partly what pisses me off so much about it. It's not the people, it's the state. I agree with you on that. We just talked about that. Changed my vote. Fell for the clips. Oh, look at this. Like I said, it's interesting how that goes. Guys, you can find like out of context clips of me on the internet of people talking shit about me, right? Like if you clip them out of context, I'll tell you a little story here in a second about having that done to me in a hit piece. I know what he stands for in a more complete way. Gonna watch his vids after the stream. So I had that done to me, right? Where I was in a conversation with a guy named Trench Grenade on a live stream, and who I'm friends with. Me and Trenchy are friends now. And he said he was going to sue me for defamation on the live stream because I made fun of him. And so I said to Trench, you could try to sue me, but A, my dad's a lawyer and I have free legal, and B, I have a master's degree in business, so I know everything about defamation law. And so what the person who made that video did is they didn't show the clip of Trench Grenade saying he was going to sue me. He only clipped me saying my dad's a lawyer and I have a master's degree to try to make it look like I was saying like I was going to sue him, right? Scumbag, fucking bad faith, but that's what these people do. And that's what these people do to Nick, right? So they clip shit out of context here and there to try to make you fucking sound like the bad guy. That literally happened to me on a video with hundreds of thousands of views, right? It's bad faith. People know better. My channel knew because they watched my lives that that's not what happened, but it happens, man. And they do it to people like fucking Tucker and Nick way more than me, but it happens. And it's pathetic, right? But that's what people do. I witnessed a stand-up, a kind of own the libs vibe. Where is the red meat? History, facts, solutions. We lead by example. I like that. Ben is a one-trick pony. He made his money off verbally beating down indoctrinated college kids. I literally made fun of him for that in my video today. Papa Penguin, 100% agree with that. Not his money interested to talk to someone who can think on their feet. No. He wants nothing. He wants nothing to do with real intellectuals, right? Absolutely not, because he gets exposed, and he didn't want to get exposed. That also happened to Charlie Kirk sometimes when he actually tried to sit down and debate real intellectuals. He got cooked quite a few times when he wasn't debating dipshit college kids, right? But Charlie was at least willing to engage in those debates with real intellectuals, unlike Ben. So that's where I give Charlie credit and not Ben. Cheryl 20. That clip was funny last night and even funnier tonight. I think we were talking about the GTA clip. I'm telling you. Oh, let's check the poll. Let's check the poll. Look at that. Look at that. A 10% shift. We were at 71 to 72, 18 and or wait, no, I'm doing math wrong. 28 to now, after people have actually watched Nick, a 10% increase in the amount of people that like him. Isn't that bizarre how that happens? 10% increase in the chat. 10% increase in people who liked him. Just watching me, just showing you long form clips of things he said. 10% increase in support for him. Shocker. What a surprise. Isn't Nick 13 younger than Shapiro? At least, probably. I think Ben Shapiro's got to be older than me. How old is Ben Shapiro? 41. He's a year older than I am. 41 years, and he's had 41 years to not be a 128-pound fucking soft-bodied just baby, and he's done nothing with it. That's too bad for Ben. And yeah, he's terrified. 41-year-old man terrified of a 27-year-old kid. Although Nick's not a kid anymore. Stop saying that. He's a grown man. He's growing into a big boy. He's a big boy now. Douglas, $20. No comment. Appreciate you, brother. One crybaby old fucker. That's a good name. $20. No comment. Appreciate you guys. Sean Ryan has issues, but being bought and paid for ain't one of them. I mean, he used to have issues, right? His backstory's wild. But I mean, he's honest about it. That's the thing I like about Sean is he has an insane backstory, but he's been completely honest about it. Or fairly honest about it. Crazy cocaine, binged, wild shit, and drug trafficking and everything. And he's been honest about it. And I don't care. Look, I'm friends with JD DeLay. One of my boys. That dude has an insane backstory of crime. But he turned his life around. He's a recovery coach. He's doing amazing things, helping a shit ton of people and addicts. And he's honest about his past. So as long as you're honest, then you're a big thumbs up to me, man. I don't care what you went through, unless it's like pedo shit, right? If you're touching kids, that's when it fucking touching kids or beating women. That's when you're X'd out on me for good. But, you were a fucking drug dealer or whatever, and you're honest about your backstory, I couldn't care less, man. As long as you turned your life around, you're doing positive stuff for yourself and your community. That's a good thing. That's what Sean's doing now. He's doing positive stuff. TPUSA theory. All the donations after CK's death help cover up the money laundering. Ooh, there's a lot of questions about that with the audit. I wish we could find more about that. I wish maybe Candace will do something deep on that eventually. I know she's obviously did some content on it. Probably difficult to find out. Probably needs to be done by the feds. Should probably be investigating that. Don't you think? The FBI should be investigating that. But they're not. Nope. They won't do that. I wonder why. Don't agree with some of the things you say, think. That's absolutely fine, man. And I don't think you should. I enjoy seeing a free-thinking man without a paid agenda. That's one thing you guys know about me. And guys, I don't expect you to agree with everything. And my opinions change over time, right? I used to be pro-Israel. I used to be super pro-Israel. Now, this was a long time ago, right? In like the 2016, 2017 timeframes. But as long as you're willing to change and look at new information. But yeah, I don't agree with everybody else either. There's like nobody out there I agree with 100%. Never going to agree with everybody. But we probably agree on a lot more than we disagree on, I would bet. There wasn't an... Oh, here we go. All right. There was an exit wound in MLK and that a 30-06 and a very similar shot placement. How do you know it was a 30-06? Do you not know your history? You don't know? I keep seeing this comment. Do you guys not know your MLK history? When MLK was supposedly shot by a 30-06, just like Charlie Kirk was supposedly shot by a 30-06. But what's the problem with the MLK case? What did, for those of you who actually are history buffs, what did the firearms panel not be able to come to the conclusive decision on? Do you guys know? Anybody who's a history buff out there? Okay, this is close. But what about the fragments? What did the firearms panel find out about the fragments? There you go. Range Day Bros in here. No, they found fragments. But what about the fragments? Come on, guys. What did the actual firearms panel in court conclusively not be able to find? Somebody in here. There's got to be somebody outside of me that knows their history. Nobody? Nobody knows? Yeah, fragments. Okay. The firearms panel in the MLK case in court never was able to conclusively match the fragments found in MLK to the 30-06 supposedly used. They were never matched. So it is under the assumption that a 30-06 was used. Okay? Just like the Charlie Kirk case. There you go. They never matched the fragments to the rifle or the 30-06. Okay? And that was the actual professional firearms panel in the court case that were never able to do it. So, when people say, but MLK was shot with a 30-06 with no exit wound. Yeah, and we have no idea if he was shot with a 30-06 because they never proved it. See how this works, guys? Come on. Much like if, I'll tell you this, they go into the Charlie Kirk case and the prosecution cannot ballistically match the fragments in Charlie's body to the 30-06 used, what do you think we're all going to think? Do you think we're all going to be like, nope, it was a 30-06? Or are we all going to say, okay, you couldn't match the fragments to the 30-06 used? Probably wasn't a 30-06 then, was it? It's the exact same thing that happened in the MLK case. So, again, got to know your history, guys. Especially if you're going to, like, you weren't talking shit, but I have had people come into my comment section and talk shit to me about that. Who just, again, if you're going to come talk shit, like, know your history. Or at least type it into fucking Chat GPT, right? Before you leave a nasty comment. All right. Why did they give the OBL? Why didn't they give the OBL raid to Delta? Ooh, this is a good one. This is one you need to talk to Brent Tucker about. As far as I understand it, Barack Obama, and there's so much, this is take me almost like an hour to talk about. We actually learned a lot of this through the John Chapman coverage and learning about the corruption in the Medal of Honor Museum with the Navy SEALs involved and everything like this. Obama wanted the SEAL Team 6 to sort of be his thing, right? Much to the point, if you look at the National Medal of Honor Society Museum that's run all by the same Navy SEALs who are involved in all of this, the person there, and I know because their lawyers reached out to me when I was covering this, and I looked up their publicist that runs their stuff, and the person that runs all the PR for the Navy SEALs and the National Medal of Honor Society used to be Obama's speechwriter. So there's like tons of interconnected spiderweb between the old Navy, the super high up Navy SEALs, right up in the admirals and all the sketchy things with the Slabinskys and all that with the Obama administration. So I wish I could give you a better answer on that. Brent would be somebody that would be able to like really walk you through that. But as far as I know, that's why. Z Spot, what's up? The America First is great, but when are we going to start talking about how, you know what? You know what's crazy? I was literally talking to, you guys know Veteran Biker, Ben over at Veteran Biker. We were literally talking about this last night. Is that we were both bitching about we have no America First candidate. Like, it's just not there. Thomas Massey, I I don't know. He's got issues too, man. So to your point, I don't know. We don't have one because we got JD Vance, we got Marco Rubio. Those are like the main names right now, and those are both never Trumper fucking neocon reptiles, dude. They ain't it. But at the moment, we don't have anybody that we can conclusively say, hey, this is a really good person. Now, I'm not talking trash about Massey, guys. I'm a big fan of Massey. I think he's too much of a libertarian, much like Ron Paul, to ever get elected in the general, because the establishments look at what Trump is doing to Massey right now. Look at what Marian Adelson is doing to Massey right now. Like, they're literally funding tens of millions of dollars to try to primary him. Right? Imagine that on a large scale. If he tried to run for president, they would never let it happen. He's kind of like Bernie in that way. So I don't think he's a realistic candidate, unfortunately. Maybe Tucker Carlson. I'll tell you, Tucker Carlson, I don't think Tucker's not going to run in 2028, but 2032, I feel like Tucker Carlson is, and I think, I don't know why, if you're Tucker, why would you want to run for president? He's got such a great life. And why would you want to put yourself under all that stress and scrutiny? But Tucker actually could. Yeah, I don't think he wants to either. Tucker actually could, I think, actually bring together all of the coalitions. I think he actually could. He could bring together the America First. He could pull in MAGA, even the neocons, begrudgingly. But I don't think he wants to run. I can't see any reason why Tucker would want to run right now. Yeah, like, why would, yeah. And Tucker's got a great life. He's hanging out with his kids on a ranch, doing fucking podcasts with his friends and whoever he wants to talk to. Why would you want that? Why would you want that type of stress? I wouldn't. Fuck that, man. But you never know. I think he'd be probably the best candidate, but we'll have to wait and see. I think 2026, what's going to happen? Here's what I think is going to happen, guys. The midterms are going to determine who we get as a candidate in 2028. And what I mean by that is, what I see happening is one of two things. If Republicans, and especially AIPAC-funded Republicans, get absolutely fucking blown out of the water in 2026, massive referendum. Like, we lose the Senate, we lose the House, almost every AIPAC-funded Republican candidate loses. That will signal to the Republican Party, JD Vance ain't it, Marco Rubio ain't it. You have to pivot to somebody America First. However, let me tell you this. If the GOP does fairly well and Trump-backed AIPAC candidates do pretty well, let's say they hold the Senate, lose the House, you will get JD Vance and Marco Rubio ticket, and it'll get shoved down your throats. And they will lose because America First will boycott. I will boycott. Nick Fuentes will boycott. Everybody will boycott in the America First movement. JD Vance will lose to Gavin Newsom in 2028. And that's going to be fucking ugly for all of us. I might not have a YouTube channel because massive censorship and everything's probably going to come back. But will that then actually drum up real revolution in the conservative movement to where in 2032 we finally get a Trump 2016 type of candidate? Maybe. But I think it's all gonna depend on 2026, in my opinion. Because if Republicans hold the line and they manage to win a bunch of elections and AIPAC candidates hang in there, we're not going to get any fucking change. We're going to get no fucking change. But if there's a massive referendum and blowout, that's what's going to change. So for me, I got no problem with Republicans losing everything in the midterms. Everything. But, like, what are Republicans doing with power consult? Think about this, guys. All the Republicans in the chat. What the fuck are Republicans doing with complete consolidated power right now? Right now. They have control of the House, the Senate, Supreme Court majority, the executive branch. What are they doing with complete consolidated power? Nothing. The government's not even fucking open. They're doing literally nothing. So what would change? Think about this. Think about it this way. if they're doing literally nothing with consolidated power, what's going to change if Democrats take the House and the Senate? What will happen then? Literally nothing, because they won't be able to push forward any legislation. Nothing will change. However, what could change is that massive blowback referendum could restructure the Republican and Conservative Party to give us a real candidate. So that's where I'm at. I really don't give a fuck if Republicans lose everything. I almost hope they lose everything in 2026, because then maybe we might get a real candidate. We might get an actual America First candidate, because they're not doing anything. Republicans are doing nothing for us. Nothing for us. So that's my perspective on the whole thing. People say, "Oh no, well, we can't let Democrats take the House and Senate." Why? Who fucking cares? The government's not open. It's 2 months. 2 months, we can't even open the fucking government. Come on. This is a joke. Somebody said, what did somebody just say? Hold on. Somebody just said, I saw a hilarious one about Ian. Where'd that go? Oh, I missed it. God, the chat's moving fast. Oh, here we go. I gotta take a picture of this. Send to Ian. Oh, that's a good one right there. Yeah, okay, that's a good one, dude. Carol's an Epstein psyop. Oh man, guys, did you know? I just learned this. I haven't got the chance to meet Ian in person yet. I mean, I will eventually. Do you know Ian's 6'6"? Ugh. I thought I was the tallest guy in the conservative politics. Ian is goddamn fucking 6'6". Dude, this is gigantic. What a beast, huh? What a monster. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to it. Here we go. No one's talking about the Doge style audit. Yeah. Well, a lot of people have been talking about this. Charlie Kirk allegedly started TPUSA a week before he died. Has anyone seen the published results? I have not seen the published results, but I mean, we've heard about the fact that there was an audit going on, and also the fact that Charlie had refused the huge money infusion from our greatest ally. And we do know the day after he died, that money infusion was accepted and turned back on. I'm sure there's no, it's all coincidence. Everything's coincidence, guys. Everything's coincidence. All of it's coincidences. Hundreds of coincidences. Nothing to see here. I voted no on Nick at first. I'm leaning independent after this show. I voted yes. I told you guys. I told you. That's why I did the show. Not because I'm trying to simp for Nick, but I wanted to give Nick a fair shake, which he did not get from Ben Shapiro. He did not fucking get a fair shake. He got a bunch of clips taken out of context to try to make him look bad. So we got to show you, as an independent creator, a bunch of his clips that don't make him look bad. And it showed based off the poll results. Hopefully Nick sees this. Somebody tell Nick to watch this episode, or I could probably get a hold of him somehow so he can see that. We need to get Nick on the show. Need to get Nick on the show. With allies like ours, who needs enemies? Well, Israel's not our ally, but it's wild how many people don't know that. In fact, Ian Carroll didn't know that until I told him that on the last live stream. All right. Another problem with Nick is it's hard to gauge when he's serious about a take or not. Yeah, I mean, that's Gen Z culture, man. That's edgelord fucking troll culture. It's easy for them to know. The Gen Z kids know. That's why he's so popular, right? With the Gen Z crowd. PragerU recruits young people who are active in conservative politics and teaches them marketing propaganda. I started my career there at the same time as Nick. Interesting. Yeah, I think Nick's actually talked about that before. Would love to potentially collab. 82nd, 1ID, 101st message sent. Keep up the good fight, brother. Yeah, send me a message on Instagram, man. It's the best way to get a hold of me. My email gets flooded with merch orders and people reaching out and crazy shit all the time. So Instagram's a little bit better. If I miss it, sorry. My wife is the one that filters through everything for me. She runs the show in the backside of things, and she'll get it to me eventually. List the things that Charlie's security team did that were correct? Oh, I haven't had this question before. That were correct? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm actually trying to think. From like a PSD, personal security detail, trauma medicine, site security, pre-planning coordination, pre-site survey, coordinations with the college, with medical. I'm trying to think all the things we would do in mission planning, right? And execution after he was shot. I don't know. I don't know if I can point to anything that they did correctly. If I was in charge, right, in an AR after action review. And this is what we do. We would break down every single possible thing that happened after the mission. This is how things work in combat operations. As soon as you get back, first thing you do is you get back, you get in the team room, sit down, AR it. Hey, sustains and improves, right? Sustains are, hey, we did this good. That's good. Improves, hey, we need to improve on this in the debrief. There would have been a lot of improves. All improves. I don't know. Is anybody in the chat that's a military guy or anything like that? Anybody have anything they could think about that they saw the security do well? I don't know. I don't think I can. I'm honestly not trying to be a dick. Like, I'm not trying to be a facetious dick about it. I legitimately tried to rack my brain on that, and I don't think I could point to a single thing they did correct. So, I mean, I could go down the list of start to finish everything they fucked up. I've done that. I did a 30-minute video on that. But yeah, but they even did it. Scott, they did this incorrect. So he was shot, and they actually they go to treat him as they all have their heads. They don't know if there's going to. Hold on, before I said that, I was going to say they don't know that there's not going to be more gunshots coming. The way they actually acted makes it look like they knew no more gunshots were going to be coming, because they didn't jump on his body. What they did is they ran to treat him while they should have still been concerned about being shot at, right? Care under fire would suggest to act a little bit differently there. But instead, 3 people jumped on him. They were completely upright. Heads were still in full panel to be shot from the shooter. So they didn't even do this correctly. Didn't stabilize C-spine. I mean, again, I don't want to go. I don't want to beat him up too hard. I've destroyed his security team in entire videos. I don't know. I can't tell you a single thing they did right, sadly. So, sorry guys if you're watching this. Sean was a dog in Colombia. Yeah. Yeah, if you know Sean's backstory. Tommy Boy's getting rowdy in Portland, is he? Let's I don't have Twitter. God, or fucking, what is it? Twitter? X? What is it? What is it called now? It's X, right? We don't say Twitter. Guys, do I need to get Twitter? I keep getting bullied by all my friends that are like, dude, you have to get Twitter. You got to get on fucking Twitter. Not Twitter, X. Sorry. You see, I'm the boomer I am. Everybody's telling me I got to get on X. You got to get on X. So maybe I'll just finally make an X account and get over there. I don't know how it fucking works, dude. I promise I've tried to use X and I could not figure out, like, how am I supposed to find what people are talking about? Right. And so I literally downloaded it one time. I tried to figure out how to use it and I couldn't figure out how to find anything. And so I just deleted it. So everybody's like, dude, you have to get on X, but I just haven't done it. I'm sorry. I'm not on TikTok. Well, technically I'm on TikTok. If you guys follow me on TikTok, let's show you guys this. Follow VFT on TikTok. I don't think he's posted in a while. I think he gave up. I think he got in trouble. I think he got, oops, that's not it. That's YouTube. I think he got reported to where he had to like shut it down or something. But I had this for a while. We got 60,000 subscribers over on TikTok. Also, didn't even use a picture of me. This is a picture of some random guy. That's the profile picture. But yeah, we got 60,000 followers over on TikTok on my fake TikTok account here. Again, that's literally not me. Like you would have thought. I mean, I appreciate like the dude's in Kit and he's got a beard, but like you could have just gone to my Instagram and pulled a fucking picture of me and Kit and beard and everything. I've got them all over my Instagram to use. But no, he picked some picture of some random guy in a beard and hats for the profile picture. So yeah, guys, if you follow this TikTok page, that's not me. But he gives me free PR, I guess. So whatever. I don't use TikTok either. I'm just on Instagram and YouTube. That's funny. I was gonna look up Tommy Boy on X, but I don't have X. So Google what % of fent comes from Venezuela. I don't have to Google that, Misty. It's 0. Fentanyl doesn't come from Venezuela. Yeah, isn't that interesting? It all comes from, well, the precursors come from China. They come into Mexico and Canada. That's where the majority of it's coming from. And they're produced in Mexico and Canada. Most of it's produced in Canada now and brought across the northern border, actually. And we're doing nothing about that. Isn't that interesting? Also, what happened to the border wall? You guys remember the wall? Build the wall. How much was the wall? Do you guys remember how much the entire border wall was supposed to cost? Wasn't it like $8 billion? 8 billion, right? Am I wrong? Somebody fact check me on that. I'm guessing. How much was the border wall supposed to cost? I think it was 8 billion, right? 21 billion, 6. Well, okay, maybe I was a little bit short. Somebody will know. Somebody know in chat. Yeah, I thought it was 8 billion. Wasn't that the big thing? 8 billion, and they couldn't get the funding for it. But check this out. $8 billion. Republicans now have complete control over the presidency, the executive, the House, the Senate. And there's no border wall. You forget about the border wall? 8 billion. We just sent $40 billion to Argentina. That would have bought us 5 border walls. What happened to the border wall? Did we all forget? We all forgot about that? We forgot about that promise? Fuck it, dude. Who cares? Oh, that's so crazy. All right. We are changing the definition of a 30-06. This is a good joke right here. I like that. That's a good one, brother. That's good. Why does Erica trust her team? Does that make sense that Erica is totally cool speaking in front of crowds? Yeah, dude, I can't with her anymore, man. I tried to be so gracious with her for weeks. I tried to extend so much grace to her for weeks on this channel over and over and over again. And it's just getting shoved in my fucking face. The theatrics, the leather pants, the fireworks. I can't anymore, dude. I threw my hands up. I think Ricky HD, we should be able to pull up Ricky HD. He talked about it better than I ever could here a couple days ago. We're a big fan of Ricky on this channel. He's a bigger, more jacked, more tattooed version of me. Global War on Terror veteran. I think, let's see, is it this one? No, that's him bitching about the divide here in America. Let's see. Here's Ricky's channel. Where was his? He had one on her here some recently. I don't know which one it is though. Is it this one? No, I don't know. Anyway, you guys can look through his channel. He had a good one on Erica Kirk. Yeah, he's a month. Yeah, he is. He's a beast. He went on a huge rant about it the other day. We showed it. We actually showed that on the channel. I think last night, maybe. But yeah, I'm done with her, dude. I'm sorry. I extended grace way longer than everybody else did with her. I defended her. I backed her up, and it's just fucking nope. I'm done. I'm done with everybody at TPUSA. I'm fucking done with them. All right. Do you believe we should take okay, here we go. An isolationist viewpoint of foreign policy or maintain our global force posture as the global hegemon? Okay. So, Jayhawk, this is a great question. I'm actually going to be on my buddy's channel on Wednesday. I came with Fire. They're over on Rumble. And I know this is what they want to talk about. I do not believe in the binary choice here. Okay. So the binary choice between isolationism and interventionalism. All right. So people seem to think we have to choose one of the two. Either we have to choose that America is like North Korea and we completely close off everyone and we go to regionalism and we don't have any military bases anywhere and we don't support anyone with anything, or we keep the current format, which is we have, military bases all over the world and we just invade everyone all the time and fuck them up and destabilize their countries and do regime change. Like that, you have to choose one or the other. That I don't agree with at all. I think that's just intellectually weak. I am under my feelings is this. Do I believe in isolationism as like North Korea, Steel Curtain? Fuck no, I think that's dumb. I think America needs to have the largest, strongest presence in the world. However, what that doesn't mean is that we just fucking invade Iraq and Sudan and fucking bomb Somalia and overthrow fucking Gaddafi in Libya and fuck up Syria and overthrow Assad and instill the 2IC of Al-Qaeda, right? And, we got to bomb fucking Iran and stop them from doing anything. And then, okay, well, now we got to invade Venezuela. No, we don't need to do that interventionalism. How about we can intervene on things that matter? Like, I don't know, maybe in Nigeria where they're literally actually genociding Christians and you could send in special operations to do counterterrorism operations there. Yes, that's a good use of interventionalism. But as for just fucking countries up for no reason, no, I don't agree with that. So I'm sort of in the middle, right? We should have very strong alliances, very strong trade agreements, but what those alliances don't include is we need to pay for your fucking military, because ain't nobody paying for our military. Let me ask you guys this. Our government's closed, right? Did any foreign fucking country, ally or not, offer to pay for our service members' salaries to be paid during the shutdown? Did a single fucking country in the entire world offer that money up for us? Somebody in the chat? Did any other foreign country, ally or not, did Israel offer to help? Did Ukraine offer to help? No? Well, then how about this? We don't fucking pay anybody else a goddamn dime for their military. How about that? Now, if you want to have a strong alliance and good defense treaties, yes, I'm fine with that. But we ain't fucking sending you money, bro. You want our weapons, Israel? You want our bombs to go slaughter innocent women and children? Well, at the minimum, you fucking pay for it. Buy them. How about that? Buy them. Not on loan. Not like Ukraine will pay you back $400 billion later. No. You buy them cash on hand. How about that? If you want our help. Fucking pay for them. No more free fucking rides. Okay? Because again, ain't nobody fucking helping us out. So fuck off with that. Not you, not whoever I was talking to there with the comment. Just the establishment and fucking giving. So to my point, isolationism, no. Complete interventionalism, no. There is a good, delicate balance in the middle to where we can maintain a strong empire presence, great trade deals with our allies, great defense agreements with our allies that, stop China from expanding and Russia and all these different things, right? Without fucking shelling out trillions of dollars to other countries. That's my opinion on that. Hopefully you guys agree with that. You guys agree with that? I feel like most of you probably agree with that. I don't think that's that outrageous. But anyway, to answer your question, make a show on U.S. first candidates. Yeah, I had somebody ask me to do this actually earlier today in the comments. Oh, well, you can't list a bunch of fucking shithead non-American first people if you're gonna say make a show on U.S. first candidates. Pam Bondi, Tulsi. I do like Tulsi, but I think she's fucking not stood her ground and she lost her backbone since she basically got told by Trump to go fuck herself over the Iran when she came out and said Iran is not developing nuclear weapons, and Trump said, I don't give a fuck what the director of national intelligence says. She really has just disappeared since that happened, which is disappointing. Cash Patel. Vance is a joke. Bongino's a joke. They're all jokes. None of those people are an American first candidate. Not a single one of them. Tulsi is the closest thing you're going to get. I really like Tulsi. I think she's probably a great person. I wanted Tulsi to be Trump's VP. Now I know why he didn't choose her, because he's literally doing everything that she ideologically is against. And it's, I don't know. I don't even know what she's supposed to do. She left the Democrat Party. She comes over here, and then the promises of, America first just evaporate, and she's right back where she started. So again, I mean, I don't know Tulsi personally. I was a big fan, but I think I haven't seen anything from her. I think after Trump told her to go fuck herself, she's just kind of been non-existent. So sad to see. The real Captain Dork. Notice there's no blood leaking out of Charlie as they were carrying him to the truck. With that kind of wound, just an FYI. Also, thank you for your service. So there's a lot of talk about this. Here's how this can go, right? We're talking about a carotid artery arterial wound. The problem is we didn't see that much blood on the ground either. What you would see potentially is if the blood already evacuated his body and his heart has stopped pumping, that's when you're going to stop seeing that sort of arterial pulsing and blood coming out. So it's tough to say, right? Why was he not bleeding? If he was already dead and his heart had already stopped, it actually makes sense. That's why there wasn't more blood pumping out, because again, the blood's not being pumped through his body to being pumped out of the arterial wound. It's just sitting inside his body and pooling up, right? But again, I don't know exactly, to your point, because again, I wasn't there. But that would be my guess of why, is that his heart had already stopped. And so that's why you don't see any more blood pumping out. So essentially he's already dead, would be my guess. But again, that's a guess. I'm guessing on that. Big parallels between CK and RFK's jobs. Sirhan and Palestinian Patsy, who missed RFK while security guard and Lockheed contractor Thane Caesar pulled his handgun and shot RFK behind the ear. Similar color up. It's starting to look kind of like it. Tasha, what's up? The president is a puppet. Doesn't matter who's in office, to be honest. Trump was himself his first time, and he's being controlled. So he was himself his first time, and then what happened? What happened? He lost. He fucking lost, right? He lost his reelection. You guys see how that works? He did what he wanted to do. He didn't take anybody's fucking money. He ran 2016. I think he did a great job. And then he fucking lost. And then what did he do? He realized they're not going to let me they're not going to let me win unless I play the game. And then he took all the fucking money, and now he's just the deep state president. He's just the deep state candidate now. To your point, Tasha, that's exactly right. 2016 is the closest thing we had to something against that. And then he lost. They made sure he lost. That's the way it works. You don't do what you're told, you fucking lose, and they'll make sure of it. The reigning base of the bullet is the only way to match the rifling of the barrel of the alleged weapon. Glad the trial will be public as of now. Yeah, we'll see if that turns out. What are the chances you're getting Candace on your live cast soon? Do you think that if I couldn't have already got Candace on my show that I wouldn't have already done it? Okay. I can tell you, I'm working on it. Right? I am working on it. I do have some people giving her my content. I don't know if she likes it or not, but I would obviously have Candace on if I could have her on. Duh. She's fucking Candace Owens, dude. She's the #1 podcast in the fucking world. She's got a bigger podcast than Joe Rogan. So, yeah, of course I would have Candace on, man. And I like Candace. So, all right. America first and conservatism is an oxymoron. No, it's not. That doesn't make any sense. Objectively, that is not true. Prediction for the next false flag, New York City, because there is a radical communist Islamic extremist mayor, and man, that false flag is going to hit different, is it not, ladies and gentlemen? I think I showed this one before. I'll show you guys. My buddy Aaron made this. He made this. He'll be on Tuesday, by the way. We got Aaron coming on Tuesday. He talked about this.
I think we need to look at the positives with Zohran Mamdani getting elected out in New York City. The next false flag in NYC is going to hit different when you have a Muslim mayor that calls for jihad.
Yeah, it will. Yes, it will. It's definitely, and you can already see it. I did a video on that where they are drumming up the Islamophobia drums right now. Haven't talked about it in 3 years. Islamic terrorism, everybody forgot about it for 3-4 years. But all of a sudden, Zohran wins and turn on Fox News. Oh, God, scary Muslims. Oh. Yeah, it's a joke, dude. He was joking. He's talking about what people are saying about Mamdani, right? Turn on Fox News. That's what they're saying. All right. Thank you, Rogue. Ada says MAGA Republicans helped a South African become a trillionaire. You mean Elon? So when their cuts in foreign investment make us eat the rich, we'll know where to start. He's not a trillionaire yet, but he probably will be soon, which is insane. Here's the thing, guys. I didn't used to be this way, but at this point, and this is the way America used to be, if you didn't know, by the way, with the marginal tax rate. I think I'm like a Bernie guy on this, even as a conservative. I'm just like, the wealth disparity and the wealth gap has gotten so fucking crazy over the last 20 years. It's not even realistic anymore. Like, I say, fuck it. After, and I'm going to be generous here. After your first billion with a B, which is more money than anybody could ever spend in their lifetime to begin with. After your first billion, you're taxed at 90%. 90%, right? So if you're Elon, you make 500 billion, you get to keep 50 billion. 50 billion is literally more money than most countries have. So fuck them, dude. Like, you don't need fucking you don't need $500 billion, dude. You don't. I don't care. Like, it doesn't even make sense anymore. Even as a conservative, like, it doesn't make sense. Like these people being worth like $300, $400, $500 billion. Nah, dude, we're done with that. Just fucking fuck it, dude. Just take it, I guess, at this point. Because again, like there's fucking 100,000 homeless veterans on the street. So fuck them, dude. This 90% marginal tax rate, which by the way, that's the way it used to be in America for like ever, up until fairly recently. And that's why billionaires now have so much money. Marginal tax rate used to be like 80% for over, I believe, I don't remember exact amount, whatever in the millions it was. What was that like? It was that way forever. And that's not new. That's like the way America was founded and built upon for 200 years. So fuck it, dude. They don't need that much money. And that's billion. I'm saying after their first billion, you know. So whatever. If that makes me a Bernie Sanders type guy, whatever. I don't care anymore at this point. Yes, they do. They all do. All of them do. 422 out of 428 of them take it. So that's part of the problem. People use a lot of your clips in TikTok, do they? All right. Well, it's free PR, I guess, Stacy. I'll take it. I don't, yeah. You know, I don't mind that. Like, you know, this is decent PR. What is it? All what's the term? All press is good press. I don't remember exactly what it is, but whatever. Nick Fuentes is a tiny man as well. This line of attack seems odd given the players involved. Nick Fuentes is bigger than Ben Shapiro physically, much bigger, by the way. I don't think Nick's that small, actually. He's skinny, but I don't think he's that small, if I remember right. I've seen him walking up to Ben Shapiro, and he's way bigger than Ben was. The leather pants sent me down the JD couch rabbit hole. Entertaining. Yeah, if you don't know about JD and his taste for couches, the leather pants start to make a lot more sense really fast about old JD. Old hillbilly elegy, JD. Halo says they don't have complete control. Filibuster trips us up. We need to go complete NKLR in the Senate, because if you get what you want, then the Dems will kill the filibuster. Yeah, no, we're not going to end the filibuster. We're not going to use the nuclear option. It's fucking dumb. How about you just fucking do your jobs, come to work, and come to a goddamn agreement and reopen the government? Both sides. How about that? Because that's your fucking job as politicians, guys. No. We just got dog shit politicians that don't want to do their fucking jobs. That's the problem. Sadly, Charlie's security team is out of work, and Ben Shapiro is frugal. So for Hanukkah, let's hire them to be Ben's personal. All right, come on now. That's dark. Have you seen drop site reporting that Epstein got Yud Barak a meeting with Putin for a settlement in the Syrian war? Guess he's a diplomat. Interesting. I didn't know that. Really? I do know what he got Yud Barak on the side. We do know that. Partly why they're covering up the Epstein files, by the way. Christians getting killed in Syria. So what is Nigeria really about? Christians are getting killed all over the world, my dude. And nobody has cared, ever. Nobody cares when Christians get killed. They didn't care when the Bolsheviks killed tens of millions. They don't care now. Currently. And that's why Donald Trump's not doing jack shit about it. Because you know what? You know who else? You know where else Christians are getting killed and getting slaughtered? You guys know where else they're dying? That we're not doing anything about? Ukraine. You know where else? Palestine. We don't seem to give a fuck about that, do we? Nobody cares about Christians being killed. Syria. Yep, everywhere. We do nothing about it. Which is why I literally said, while I am not in favor of most interventionism, that's the type of interventionism I am 100% on board with. But it's the one thing we never do. We'll invade you for oil, but we ain't going to invade you to save Christians' lives. Fuck that. Why would we want to do that? Well, I don't know. Maybe because the people that control our politicians fucking hate Christians. Do you know that? Maybe because they believe Jesus is fucking burning in hell in his own excrement. Maybe that's why they don't care. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. But that's probably why they don't care about Christians. Did you hear that after Nick was on PBD, Shapiro canceled the debates? Literally in my episode I put out today, brother. And yes, PBD. PBD just straight burned Ben on that. Came straight out and called Ben a pussy, basically. And good for PBD for doing that. I'm just saying, hey, man, you're a little bitch. And I'm going to tell everybody that you're a little bitch. You love to see it. All right, Justin. Any possibility of a gunshot spoofing during the CK shooting to throw off crack bang analysis, electronic jamming, decoy distractions, and drones? Oh, boy. We're expected to be present during the time. Gunshot box, gunshot replicator. Oh, that's a lot of moving parts and a lot of moving pieces, guys. No, I don't. I don't think that's a thing. Too complicated. Stolen Valor dude got arrested in Portland tonight, did he? Are you watching Tommy Boy stream? That little piece of shit, dude. Good. So for those who don't know, there's a guy downtown Portland's part of Antifa that wears this giant jacket with all these military patches that very clearly never served. And while I fucking was down there, I punked his ass on it. and called him out and made him try to explain anything about the military, and he couldn't do it. But apparently he got arrested tonight. So fuck that turd. We hate that dude. But I'm sure you saw that on Tommy Boy stream. Wouldn't doubt if Tulsi joined America First, as she should. She's got integrity. She's always kind of been on that political ideology. Float, the lack of blood on the ground had me hoping for a grand total of 5 seconds that the guys on the scene had somehow managed to stabilize him, but then took more look at the faded moment. Good content. Yeah, they definitely didn't. And they didn't let the paramedics treat Charlie either, by the way. Now we know that because we talked about that yesterday, I believe. Because there was paramedics there, turns out. Not only that, the paramedics tried to get in the car with Charlie to ride with him to the hospital, and they didn't let him. So that's just more bizarreness. More bizarreness. Shabbat shalom. Just got my phone out of the junk drawer. Everybody has one. Started I watching. What did I miss? Yeah, that's a good joke. That's a good Erica Kirk joke. Say we want about Trump, but he can grow ears. Stacy's based, man. Stacy's coming in with the base comments tonight. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at this, guys, and see what we think. Time Trump photo. All right, I don't want to get the channel banned for sexual content and nudity here when I show this. This is dangerous. Dangerous game we're playing here, Stacy, but we're going to pull it up anyway. Where'd that go? So here we go. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. No, that's not a standby. That's a video. I don't need a video. Hold on, guys. I meant to pull up a picture. There we go. Here it is. Oh, why does it keep doing this? All right, so there it is. So let's take a look at this. God, that's a beautiful year. I think he's starting on us, whatever this is. Anyway, we've all seen it. Can we blow this up? Yeah, it's not going to show us. Anyway, we've all seen it. Yeah, it's the magic ear, just like the magic bullet. The magic ear. Magic ear. There's got to be a Trump time photo. There we go. This should get us better. God, these fucking websites are so lame, dude. You try to pull up a picture. So we're just going to do the side profile here. All right, there we go. There's a bunch of angles at it. Let's take a look at this. Right click the image. Somebody's helping me out here. What do I do with it? Open this image in a new tab. Save image as. Oh, here we go. Well, thank you, whoever just gave us that. I should be able to pull this up now. All right, we're going to pull up the big one here now that we got whoever that was knew how to do that. Thank you very much. I'm learning things as we go. Here we go. Now, let's look at this thing. Baby, look at that thing. Woo-wee. That's a good looking ear, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good looking ear. My God. Perfect, baby. Not a fucking scar, not a scratch. Just beautiful. Beautiful looking ear. Just a beautiful ear. Because 80-year-old men 100% regenerate their ears. Somebody said wrong side. You sure? You sure? You sure? It's not the wrong side. He was shot in the right ear. That is his right ear. Do you guys know how this works? People say, no, it's not. What are you talking about? He was shot in the right ear. This is his right ear. What? Who's saying wrong side? Or what? Are you guys literally retarded? What? Do we need to pull it up? here we go. All right, since you guys are the dumbest people alive, that's his right ear. Right ear. God, dude. You're welcome. There it is, guys. Okay. Jesus, God. Chat. Where it must be late for chat. No. I'm sure he got plastic surgery or something, and that's what did it. Perfect plastic surgery. Yeah. By the way, just so you guys know, let me explain this. If a high-powered rifle round, in which he was shot with, actually did hit him in the ear, it would have actually cavitated the ear and probably would have cut out probably a good half inch to an inch of that ear. Realistically. But, you know, because Evander Holyfield's ear regenerated, right, guys? But, you know, it's fine. Nothing to see there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep moving. America or Americans first? Americans first. And by that, I mean the working class Americans. Not the military-industrial complex, not Mark Zuckerberg, not Elon Musk. Your everyday working class Americans that are in this chat right now. That's who's America first. Because they're the ones that have been left behind. They're the ones that are getting skull fucked. So, them first. New to the channel. I think you mean totally relatable. You, Candace, and Coach C would be epic. I do like Coach Collins. He's a good dude. Great points. Again, maybe someday. I'm nowhere near Candace's level, ladies and gentlemen. Nowhere near what Candace just had 90,000 lives. She had 90,000 viewers on our live stream yesterday. We're around like what were we at? We were like 5,000 to 6,000 earlier in the stream when we were cooking. So yeah, we got a ways to go before we're relevant to Candace. Joe the dietitian, thank you. Only voting for Kasperi. All right, dude. All right, dude. I get it, dude. I mean, we can salute that one, right? Like, all right. If you're gonna vote for anybody in 2028, chat's gonna be like, all right, boys. We can all come to agreement. The one thing everybody can come to agreement on is this one. Which, hold on, let me pull this up. Let's see if I can let's see if I can find the clip of this. Oh, come on. Is this it? Okay. Oh no, it's not. I need the video of it. I'm trying to find it, guys. I know what I know you know what I'm looking for right now. Shit, come on. That's not it. I'm gonna find it. Oh, here we go. This is it. This is gonna be it. Why can't I find the video of this though? I don't need fucking posts. God, people's fucking internet. Come on. We gotta find it. I'm gonna go straight to videos here. There it is. All right, I finally fucking found it. All right, how do I? Oh, here we go. Sorry, this took me a minute to find. But we had to find it. All right, because Anna is just so goddamn based. Here we go.
Yes, we're going to surveil everybody. Everyone will be on their best behavior. Yes, you're a freak. You're a total creep.
Okay.
All right,
So
total creep.
Whew. Anna. Whew. That was good. I mean, boys. If you need something to crank your hog to later, I'm just saying. Yeah. You know, I'm just saying. Anna, we're a big fan of Anna on this channel. Like I said, we're married. Love my wife, but man. Anna Kasparian. Ooh. She is she gets us riled up on this channel. Hold on. I hope I can find this. Another one. Let's see if I can find this one. I probably won't be able to find this one. I have to dig too deep on Nick Fuentes' reaction to her doing that. It is so funny. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It'll take too long to find. It's just so we're about to crash out at the end of the stream again, just laughing our asses off again, man. All right, let's work our way through this. We're still trying to get to the end. This was a good one though. Oh yeah, did we see Kanye, guys? Do we want to take a look at Kanye? Oh my God. This was, I don't know what the fuck this was. Oh my God. This was so bizarre. I mean, did you guys see this? This was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself.
What is this, dude?
So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause.
What's wrong with him, dude? The way he's talking, he sounds drugged. No, it's not. It's not AI, dude. That's what's crazy. I thought that was AI when I first saw it too. He sounds like he's on drugs, like fucking hardcore benzos or something like that. Also, is this guy who's he apologizing to? Is this guy? Is this guy the king of the Jays? Like you have to come apologize to this guy if you want to make up for what you've said? Who is this? Like what? What? Like I don't know. This is so bizarre to me, dude. You couldn't put out a Twitter post or an X post? Like, hey, my bad, guys. Like, what is what is this guy? Somebody said Rabbi Wong. Someone said Rabbi Shmuly's grandfather. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is this guy? Why are you apologizing to him? And then, is he good? Does that make him good? That's all you have to do. You have to go and find you have to find Rabbi Shmuly's grandpa, and you have to apologize to him, and that washes away all your sins. Is that how this works? Do we have anybody in chat that can explain this to us? Like, is this actually how this whole thing works? That's like you just yeah, I know it's a humiliation ritual. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oh, Kanye's doing all the side quests. Oh, I'm about to again lose my mind laughing again. Last night, you guys killed me last night. But what the fuck is that, dude? That makes no sense to me. Like, again, let's pull this back up.
Or what causes it, and the way you act.
Why are they holding hands?
This disease.
Look at him. He's not responding either.
It's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house, and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage, and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child.
What the fuck are we talking about? What is he talking about, dude? It's like if your kid messed up the kitchen and the garage and he messed up the living room. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What the fuck? I didn't even watch that whole thing until now. What? To just again like Shmuley's grandpa in this. Like, what is this guy wearing? What the fuck is this guy wearing? By the way, look at this outfit. What the fuck is that? Dude, this has got to. I thought it was a joke, like, and I don't think it's a joke. I think they're serious. These fucking people, dude. He's a wizard. Rabbi Shmuley's wizard grandpa. Oh my God. Israeli Gandalf. Just you gotta go apologize to the Israeli Gandalf for us to let you have your music career back. What the fuck, dude? Okay, dude. It's just all right. Yeah, this happened last night, dude. It's just last night this happened. Tonight you guys are gonna fucking kill me with this too. I just wasn't expecting that. All right, let's fucking get back to it. This is all this was. What about Ye? And that's what we spiraled into the abyss with the Israeli Gandalf getting apologized to by Kanye. Oh my God. I guess that's how it works, man. I guess if I ever need to kiss the ring, at least I know I have to do. I gotta put on my Frodo Baggins outfit. Fucking walk my way to Israel. Apologize to Israel Gandalf, dude. Like, what the fuck? And of course, it's Kanye, dude. Like, why not, man? Well, how did that even get set up? Who set that up? Who set that up? Who like reached out to Kanye? Was like, "Yo, Kanye, check it, bro. Look, I know you've been struggling. We shut down all your banks. We turned off the Adidas deal, but check it out. If you're willing to come in and apologize to the Israeli Gandalf, we can set this whole thing right. That's all it's gonna take. You can get back to making music. There's a record deal waiting for you right on the other side of that deal." What the fuck, dude? Oh, fuck me, man. Fucking God. Oh my God, guys. All right, let's get it together. We're crashing out to the comedy. Oh my God. Then Dr. Wang comes in and says, "Eric couldn't handle me." Oh shit, dude. All right, come on, dude. That's too much. Oh, that was pretty fucked up. Oh, Dr. Wang's back. Oh, okay, all right, come on, get it together. The amazing Mikey McCoy, brilliant, honorable, cool under fire, super quick communicator, loves the Sabbath, hung like a mule, eats. Oh my God, that's actually how she describes him, which is so fucked up. Ugh. Nick Fuentes is cool. I just don't like his face. Hey, I mean, sometimes somebody's got a face that you just want to punch. I get it, dude. That's how Ben Shapiro is to me. Sound of Freedom equals blank. Anyone? I like you, Nate, but I'm worried about the 78% of your listeners who don't see that Fuentes is just a deranged 78. No. We're up to about 82%. By the time we ended that poll, I believe. Is it still up? No, I think we pulled it down, right? Yeah, it was much higher than that. Oh, 77. Oh, okay. We got some people who probably came in here afterwards that didn't watch the entire episode that brought it down a little bit. Yeah, 77% of viewers. You're worried about 78% of your listeners who don't see that Fuentes is just another edge laid? Oh, bro, you must not have watched the entire episode. If you think that, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you and your little wee-wee, dude. That's what I'm worried about, Alan. All right, did Dr. Wang show up tonight? Dr. Wang just showed up in the chat, Chris. As we just saw, Dr. Wang did show up. All right, where can we see that our greatest ally is not really one? Because if I look it up online, it says otherwise. Yeah, I mean, I actually explained that to, apparently no one knows that but me. Even Ian Carroll didn't know that, but yeah, they're not an ally. Go figure. I don't understand how the other person died, though, if Trump wasn't shot. Because the other person got shot. What do you mean you don't understand? The bullet hit the other guy, not Trump. Doesn't that make sense? Is that... Michael, what are you talking about? That's what happens. If Trump got shot, also multiple shots were fired, by the way. Firefighter who died in Butler was named Corey Comptor, but the uniform Trump hugged on stage at the RNC was spelled out Comptor with no A. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I didn't really look that deep into that one when it happened because I figured it was real. Kanye bent the knee. yeah, I guess. Straight jorking it. All right. Cranking the piglet. All right, everybody's cranking it. This must be when when we played the Anna clips. That's what these are from. Chat immediately went to hog cranking, dude. That's what happens in Valhalla VFT's chat, man. When we put Anna Kasparian on the screen, chat starts cranking hogs, dude. That's just the way it goes around here. And I get it. They're just hog cranking out there. You know, Anna has that effect on people. I'm sorry, Anna, if you ever see this, which I know you won't. We're obviously huge fans. And community is obviously really big fans of Anna here. And that's not a joke. That's 100% true. All right. Can we reclaim all the service members yet? The ruling class would be powerless if we did. Yeah, well, the problem is they keep us. Here's what I will tell you guys. They keep veteran service members like myself very well quelled with our retirement pensions. And they do it for a reason. You know what I mean? Mikey McCoy's actions under fire, brilliant or amazing, both, and a lot of other adjectives that always have to come before he's announced, which is bizarre. Ye's handlers give him nitrous. Yeah, I think they do. That was very bizarre. Kanye went on a spirit quest to lose his foreskin. Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a One Ring joke in there somewhere. Just learned about the Havara agreement. Crazy. Yeah. Yep. Caitlin, that is a wild one. Stacy says, ask Ian for his smooth Barry White-esque background music for Dr. Wang era. Does Ian have smooth Barry White music? I'll ask him about that. Somebody said, you're drunk if you think Anna is hot. So this guy is gay, by the way. So you guys know, this guy literally could have just said, you know what this comment should have said? You could have saved us all the comment and just literally put 2 words in there. You should have just typed, I'm gay. And we would have got the exact same thing out of that comment. This guy just, I don't know why you needed to come let us know that you're attracted to men, but hey, man, rock on, dude. You know, cool. We actually have nothing. We have nothing against that. I'm a very social. I've always been socially liberal. I've always been supportive of the gay community. And Ja, I support you, brother. There's nothing wrong with it, homie. I don't know why you donated me money to let me know, but I appreciate you regardless. All right, I think we made it through. The super chats. Last one, Wag the Dog. Great show. All right, guys. This was a Saturday night stream. 3.5 hours. Welcome out of the closet, brother. Oh, that was funny. Spirit Quest. Yeah, there's like the chat, guys. I'll tell you guys, chat has been cooking with the jokes at the end of these streams. Like the end of these streams have been absolutely hilarious. Very, very serious streams, and then we fall apart at the end. So Saturday night, we were lucky with my wife and kids out of town that we just got to hang out here, tell some jokes, talk about Nick Fuentes. Hopefully this gave you all a better insight into old Nick. And because he ain't going anywhere, and he's on the rise. So we're gonna we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Thanks for everybody for the laughs, for the super chats. Great crowd tonight. Great live stream. Well, I appreciate it. And one final one. Respectfully, Crankin' Hog, dude. Respectfully, Crankin' Hog. So, yeah. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this one. I don't know if there's anybody else streaming right now. Not anybody on my list that I can see, but we will be back on Monday probably to debate Matt Tardio on why he thinks Israel first is good, I guess. It's going to be a weird debate. But we'll be back Tuesday with the politics stream, Veterans Day as well, guys. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Everybody, I love y'all. Have a great night. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a couple days. See you later.